set a beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 wow. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, wow, 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 wow. Lift it up.
What's up? How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Good morning. Come on in, girl. Wait a minute. I just passed the email that I didn't need to pass up. Because, baby, I need to see what's going on with my items. How y'all doing? No, girl, that ain't what I'm looking for. Ashley, count your D's. And I'm talking about the furniture place. How y'all doing? Come on in. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I am so sorry we're late. However, we are here, okay? That's all that matters. Saint had an appointment. He really did, though. But it's really still, it is what it is. My apologies for the morning Joce that's late, but I had to come on here and give y'all this Joce because this Joce is about to be crazy. Y'all come on in here, get the likes up on the video. As y'all know, I just came back home from New Orleans. My friend for many, many years from middle school, she had a dinner for her birthday. I went down there to do that. I had an immaculate time. The vibe was good. The ambiance was good. Happy birthday, Ingrid. It was lit. Let me see if I can go find some pictures of her. I think I posted her. I don't know if I posted her. I don't know if I want to go on her page and give y'all her page. I don't know if I want to give y'all her page. Yeah, I don't know if she wants y'all to know all that. But she said, I don't know if she on here, she'll tell me. But either way, we had a good time. I'ma just. Yes, I met YB. It's about to go down. Y'all come in here. I got video proof that I was with YB. Okay? Yes, I was with YB. What is you saying? And he's YB to you guys. He's Kentrell to me. Hello? Yeah, girl. Yeah, Kyra girl was right there. And I got video proof. We about to get into it, girl. He's YB to y'all. He is Kentrell to me. Okay? Y'all get in here and get the likes up on the video. But where was I going, y'all? I had an amazing weekend, though, man. I could not have asked for a better weekend. I grounded, baby. Listen, I grounded. Yes way, Sergeant King. Yes way. No, I'm not a fan of Abundance and Clarity because I don't know YB. I don't know one song that little boy got. We gonna get into it. When I get to this story, y'all gonna love it. We gonna get into it. So listen, I had an amazing weekend. Like I said, New Orleans don't owe me nothing. The pictures I showed y'all was from the second line. I'll put that up here. And let me edit this out right quick. Get me up here. First and foremost, I want to start with me. Because first of all, it was no. Back up. I gotta go back. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. First of all, happy birthday to my dearest friend Ingrid. Happy birthday. The dinner was amazing. And then secondly, I need everybody in this chat to stop what y'all doing and do me a favor. The most important man in my life today turned 72 years old. This man is so responsible, of course, along with my mother, but my father turned 72 today. He's at work. I really wish he could have gotten off, but it is what it is. I told him I'm gonna let him come on the Joce. He can't wait to talk to y'all. I told him some of y'all was looking for him. Y'all know my daddy is full of wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Daddy Voo, yeah. But my daddy turned 72 today. He at work. Like I said, I wish he could have been off, but I told him don't worry about it. We gonna take care of him, or I'm gonna take care of him. I got him. But I want to stop before I do anything, because my daddy will be coming back on the show. You want to hear some knowledge and some wisdom? Wait till Daddy Vu get on the chat. You feel what I'm saying? Papa Vu, Daddy Vu, whatever y'all want to call him. But either way, it is his birthday. And before I go further and do anything, I want to stop and say 72 years ago, my grandmother laid down. Well, 73. 73 years ago, she decided to lay down. Okay? And I'm so glad she laid down that night. I can't speak of the other 15 nights she laid down. Well, technically 13 because she had 2 sets of twins. I can't speak on them nights. I can only speak on the night that she laid down and got up with my father. And this is the day 73 years ago, well, somewhere around this time, but 72 years ago, this is the day she had my daddy. And I want to say, Daddy, I love you. Listen, my daddy was the first man to ever tell me that I was pretty. The first man to tell me that I was beautiful inside and out. So these niggas, when they came around me, oh, you so pretty, they go get between my legs. It didn't work. My daddy was the first man to teach me what a man looks like, what he should be like. My daddy been the main sole provider for my mama almost 42 years of their marriage. My daddy is immaculate. He's still a superhero to me. I don't care what you think. He is a superhero to me. So with that being said, to my daddy, I love you more than you will ever know. I appreciate you for our growth in our relationship. And I'm so happy that this spiritual knowledge and this spirituality passed on to me through you and also through my mama. But specifically, you and I have a connection. I just want you to know that I love you, dear. And everything that I promised you I was going to do, mark my word, it's getting done. Y'all drop some cakes in the chat for my daddy. I love you, Daddy. Happy birthday. Drop some cakes in the chat for my daddy. You feel me? Happy birthday, Daddy.
To you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy
To the first man on this earth in 3D room that ever loved me, and he is the only man that needs to love me in this room, even though I'm gonna have some over. Anyway, happy birthday, my daddy. I love you, and we will have you on the show here soon. My daddy said as soon as he get off, he got some knowledge to drop on y'all, and my daddy is ready to be here. My daddy made 72 today. 72, baby. Yes, he did. Happy birthday. And you know they say they come in threes. Let me dispel this as we move on. Can we please stop thinking that these numbers and these things that we've been told were evil are evil? Can we stop that? Because we have been inviting this negativity on us. Like, for instance, I've heard in the past 13 was a bad number. That's not true. 3, people think 3 are bad numbers because death happens in 3s, but that's just a transition. 3 is not a bad number because in this situation, I had 3 things that happened to me or 3 situations close to me that happens for me. And that tells me it's giving me confirmation for all the types of things that I got going on. The first thing was my friend Ingrid's birthday, which was Monday. Her birthday was Monday, but we did her birthday dinner Sunday. Kentrell, Youngboy to you. He's Kentrell to me. But Kentrell's birthday was Monday too. And then my daddy's birthday is today. That's 3 birthdays. That's confirmation for me for things that I got personally. But all you got to know is, y'all, don't think of things so negative. You got a lot of power in your mind. And as a matter of fact, let me write this down so I make sure I don't get off here before I show y'all this. There's a lot of power in your mind. And we're going to get into how the ancestors and the elders was dropping this knowledge on us all this time. Ooh, I came up on some stuff. So anyway, we got that going on with NBA Youngboy. Let's get into the lineup for the show. We got Marvin Sapp not cursing these people out, but made the lady feel some type of way about not giving him $2,000 instead of $1,200. And then when I said I hate pastors, every day these pastors get on TV and prove me right. We're going to get into that. Keyshia Kaor tells us Gucci Mane is schizophrenic, but we already knew that. And then she also talks about how she have to hide his phone and stuff like that. Then Nicki Minaj came off the bike talking about, oh, and Keyshia Kaor always dressed like me and try to copy me. And somebody pulled up the receipts and Nicki Minaj wasn't lying. I wanna make love, love, love. Monica and Brandy did the Boy Is Mine tour, and apparently the ghost of Whitney must have scared the bejesus out of Brandy because she had to cut the whole show. Oh yeah, see, y'all thought it was the mic. Y'all thought it was just a little microphone. Oh yeah, she just had to go off the stage because her microphone. No, girl. Whitney Keyshawn Houston tapped in and they got scared. Things got a little razzled. We gonna get into that allegedly. And we also got my spiritual meeting and physical meeting with Kentrell. To y'all, NBA Youngboy, get on in here and like this video. Do you hear me? Get in here, like the video. Subscribe to the channel, and if you're new, welcome. Now, let's start off with where I was going first. First and foremost, I went to the dinner. I don't have any photos posted up yet, but let me address this because, you know, I be on live, you know, and don't get me wrong, sometimes I be on here looking crazy. I ain't gonna lie, but sometimes I don't care because I don't care. Girl, please. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I got some videos, some lives on here. If you scroll back, girl, it's sometimes some lives on here, girl. Wig, a mess, girl. 1 week almost fell off. Girl, ponytails damn near hanging on by a string, girl. Listen, I'm at home. Okay. However I get on here, that's how I get on here. Okay, let's really be clear about that. However, when it's time to put that on, you got to know I can put it on. And I don't buy nothing expensive because I ain't like that. I don't care about no labels and I don't care about none of those things. So I had put my little stuff together. You know, I shop on the sale racks, Sheen, Fashion Nova, Beauty Store. And I got this whole fit. Let's get into it, honey. And let's get into some things. Now, this ain't really about me, but this is about me. Let's get into it. You know, I would like to say that I dress up when I put my little stuff on. You see what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, sometimes I get on here and I be looking crazy or whatever the case, and that's cool. But when it's time for me to put it on, I can put some things together, and I don't need a lot of money to do it. I have always been able to put some things together with very minimal budget, okay? And I think the most expensive thing in this outfit is the hat. And I bought the hat downtown Bourbon Street, and it's I ain't gonna say authentic-ish cowboy hat, and it was $79. That was the most expensive thing about the outfit. The shirt was $5 on Sheen. I think it was like $5.99. The shorts was probably $3.99 on Fashion Nova off the sale rack. The beauty store, the fishnets came out the beauty store, girl, and the boots came off sale from Fashion Nova. That outfit outside the hat is less than $100, my love. And the wig came from Amazon. Now let's get into the wig piece right quick. So, girl, I bought 3 wigs because I'm going to this dinner party, right? And I didn't feel like I wanted to deal with, you know, a lot of, dealing with, you know, the ponytail stuff. I was like, and it's classy. I want to do something classy. So, girl, I bought these 3 wigs, never unpacked them, got all the way to New Orleans, getting ready for the dinner. And guess what? I ain't packed not one flat iron. And the wigs are folded in the plastic, girl, like clothes. Now, you know, I'm sick. Because not only am I not willing to put this ponytail back in my head, I'm dead set on this bob. The bob is going to complete the look. It's going to give me classy tees. You know what I mean? I'm like, I need this bob. So, girl, I'm like, I don't have time to leave the hotel and go get another flat iron. And I got 3 of them at home. I refused to buy another one. So I thought about it. I got a steamer and I got an iron. And guess what I did? Took that wig out that plastic, put that iron on super high, okay? It was 100% human, and I ironed the shit out of that wig, and yes, I did. Yes, I did. Now, it was bone straight, but I ironed the wig with the iron. Yes, I did. This is called making things do with what you got. So, yeah, like I say, I don't really be having no lot of money, and I don't plan on spending no lot of money on no clothes. Girl, but when I put it on, I can put it on. And I saw somebody in one of my comments, I'm like, that don't even look like Vu. Well, I'll give you this. Yeah, I got a little fillet on. Yeah, I got a filter on. We all put the filters on. You know what I'm saying? But let's be clear. That's me. I'm what you call that type of chameleon. I come around here looking like a bum to you. And then the next time you see me, you wouldn't even recognize me. I'm really like that. I ain't gonna lie, I've been like that. I can go in a group of people and they'll think that I have $1 million in my account. And I can go in front of that same group of people and they'll look at me like I'm a dirty bum. That's just my personality. And it oozes in how I dress. And you know what I'm saying? So anyway, with that being said, outside of the filter, yes, it is me. And yes, that girl, did lose weight. And this goes into the next segment. Tapping in. I told y'all, tapping in is going to help you. Once you change this, everything follows. I'll give you an example. Who put a 3 in the chat if you ever watched my 600-pound life? I want to show y'all something. Dr. Now. We all love Dr. Now. Dr. Now is that little, I don't know what he is, Arab, y'all. I don't know what he is. But either way, Dr. Now is the little doctor. All these people over 600 pounds coming in there trying to get these weight loss surgeries, and Dr. Now cuss their ass out. Dr. Now will tell them, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to miss a meal. Dr. Now said, baby, you can miss a meal for 30 days and still survive. You'll be fine. Shout out to Dr. Now. I think we need more Dr. Nows in the world because sometimes you just got to hear the unadulterated, unfiltered truth. Sometimes you got to walk yourself to the mirror. And Dr. Now was good in case you didn't want to walk yourself. He was great for being that mirror for you. Okay, he a Hindu or something. Shout out to Dr. Now. But this is what I'm telling you. In meditating and grounding, I told you once you get the mind right, the body will follow. It's not a magic trick. It's just about mental. My 300-pound life. One thing I noticed, and I picked this up because at the time I was taking psychology when I was hella into my 300-pound life. But one thing I noticed, one requirement that they had to complete in order to get this surgery is what? Therapy. Every single person who came in there with huge and immense weight issues had to go and undergo therapy, mental health. Why? Because everything starts right here. Nothing starts outside of you. Everything starts in your mind. If you believe you are a slave, guess what? You are a slave. If you believe you are trash, guess what? You are trash. But if you believe that you are a God, and I don't mean just going around saying it, I mean, really believe it. You will exude that. I'm saying all that to say the reason that Dr. Now required that every single patient go through not physical therapy, but mental therapy or some type of mental health evaluation is because these people, in order to not only take off the weight, because the surgery was going to take off the most of it, but in order to maintain the weight loss, it has to be something that changes in your mind. If you never change your mind, you never keep the weight off. This is why for my life, my weight has fluctuated up and down almost my entire life. Because when I get my mind right, I can get here. But if I can't keep my mind right, you get it? That's when we fall into the temptations. And don't get me wrong, I still love food. But it's just about shifting of the mind. Now, why is this important? I shifted my mind and it caused me to shift things around me, right? Now, I shifted my mind through grounding and meditating. This is what I tell you guys to do. It's not for you to lose weight. It's for whatever it is that you need to repair for you. For me, which is a host of many, one of the things that I wanted to repair for myself is my image. I didn't want to, and don't get me wrong, thick or small, big or tall, bitch. The bitch is gonna bitch. Let's be clear. However, I realized once I wanted to get my mind right, I wanted to get my body in line too. So with that being said, I got my mind right through meditating and grounding, and it caused things around me to physically shift, meaning I now want to make sure that I get up and be active instead of laying down later. I want to make sure I get out and get some sun. These are things that is going to help you. So with that being said, I hope that you guys are grounding and meditating because this is proof to show you, because this is just weight loss for me. Take the weight loss aside. You have the ability and the power, to make your reality around you shift the way that you want it to shift. It's all in your mind. It is nowhere else. It is up to you. The enemy's biggest trick was making you believe that you had to go outside of yourself. This is why we see a lot of people from the older generation say stuff like, oh, I'm going to just wait on God. And then they mama waiting on God, and then they mama waiting on God, and so on and so forth. And I'm sitting here saying, well, how many generations should we have to wait on God? Not that it's the issue to wait on God, because if the Most High tell me to wait and be still, I'm going to definitely do that. However, I feel like, and I know people in the past, we're going to get into that too, but I feel like that's not the situation. And I think that that's why we are where we are. And this is why my generation, Gen X, millennials, and those under us are waking up to actually putting action behind things. BTA, belt to ass. And with that being said, you getting your mind shifted in the right direction is going to get you to move things around in your reality. This is why all of y'all, every time you turn around, you're waking up, you're starting to realize all of these sly people around you, all of these tethers, you're starting to realize everything that you couldn't see at first. Now it's starting to rain clear, because we're in the spiritual awakening, and getting your mind in order and grounding and going back within is going to be the only way to leave this earth. And I'm sorry, not leave. That's going to be the only way to enjoy this earth and enjoy your heaven here on earth. If you are waiting for this street paved with gold place with angels hanging out the top, you're going to wait for 10 more generations. We in the age of doing. I'm not mad if you decide to wait. What I'm telling you is there's a way that we can get to this right now, right here. And it is for you to get out there and ground and meditate. It is going to shift things around you. You're not even going to realize it's shifting until you're mid-shift. That's what this is all about. So whatever it is you desire, whatever it is you need, whatever it is your higher self thinks that's best for you, it's going to automatically repair itself. So with that being said, you guys, make sure you're getting out there grounding and meditating. I do it every single day. And praying, because we are still praying and giving all highest honors to the Most High God. It's just that we're tapping into our spiritual side. We're tapping into our ancestors. We're tapping into our higher self, okay? That's the only difference. We're not leaving God. He's still here. Actually, he's guiding this whole mission. Okay? We're just trying to tap into ourselves to get this knowledge, because the biggest mistake we made was believing that all the knowledge came out of a book. Not saying books are bad. We need to read. But at the end of the day, all knowledge do not come out of a book. So make sure y'all go out there, ground, and do your meditating. Please, please, please. Every day, take off your watches, your earbuds, take off your phones, and just go down there and spend 10, 15 minutes. Put your bare feet to the soil, and your hands too, your palm of your hands too, if you can. But just go out there, sit in the grass. I don't care. Just get that energy from the sun and the earth. It's like recharging. You know what it reminded me of? Y'all know how Teslas are? Like, I always see people sitting in their car charging their Teslas. That's exactly what you need to do to ground your energy. Your energy, I'm sorry. That's exactly what you need to do. Ground and meditate. If you want to recharge, if you feel like you've been drained lately, if you feel like you've been frustrated lately, you've been stressed out lately, grounding your energy is going to help with that. And it's going to tap you into your higher self. All of y'all, especially in Black America, there's a higher self inside of most of y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all. There's a higher self inside of you that is waiting for you. That's why you've been getting these nudges. You've been seeing all these angel numbers, 111, 222, 333, 444, so on and so forth, all the way up to 1010. That's why you keep getting nudges down to your job, girl. And people it's you getting nudges. You're getting the nudges. I don't know who you is. I don't know what's going on in your life. But if all of y'all sit back and think about it, you have been getting nudged one way or another in your life. Put a 3 in the chat. If you could sit really, take 10 seconds. Everybody, because I want to see if when I'm thinking in my head is true, which I already know it is. If you in the last 30 days or more have had these weird nudges, meaning you've been seeing things over and over, you've been seeing numbers and stuff, you've been feeling like you've been getting intuitive messages, certain things just been looking a little crazy to you and you don't understand. Put a 3 in the chat. I'm trying to see something, because this is what I'm saying. I know I'm not the only one going through this. I know that this is stuff that's happening to all of us, but a lot of us are not in tune to even realize what's happening. None of this stuff is a coincidence. This is prophecy. It's what it is. It's spiritual prophecy. Nigga, we are in the battle of good versus evil. It ain't about what you do. It's about your intentions. That's what this is all about. We in the midst of a spiritual warfare. My job as the messenger for right now is to get you to get back out there and inside of you to tap in so that we can defeat this thing. Y'all niggas been waiting on reparations. Let's go get it. I ain't asking you to do nothing. I'm just asking you to tap in, nigga. Now, if you tap in and the devil is in there, that ain't on me. Whatever is inside of you is inside of you. What I'm telling you is there's a way out of here, and if we could either do one or two things. We could do like the ancestors say, or no, the elders say, and wait on God. Or we can get it popping. I'm more on the get it popping side of the house. Like I said, I've never really been a Mike fan, a Martin Luther King fan. I've been more always on the Malcolm X side, okay? Now, so let's get it popping. Let me say this too. I will be going live later on, and we will be discussing this whole Bino exposing Chrisean Rockhead. Oh yeah, meet me down to the dollhouse later on. I'm gonna let y'all know by the time we get off what time we going around there, but make sure y'all meet me over there, because we got to discuss a few things. You see what I'm saying? Make sure y'all meet me over there. But I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something right quick. See, everything is lining up, bro. All the clarity I be asking from God, he been giving it to me, man. He been giving it to me. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all something. Every single piece of clarity. So, have anybody ever wondered, because I've always put crack in our community on purpose. I've always known that. And I've always known that in the 70s and the 60s, that there was a lot of us rebelling, trying to basically start a revolution because we was tired of this shit. I don't care what the media said. It's no different from the internet. The TV was the new internet in the 60s. They painted a picture of something that was happening, but it wasn't the mass majority of what was going on. Everybody's experience wasn't that. Okay? Now, with that being said, the media made us believe that Negroes was docile, holding hands, singing in the old Negro spirituals, hollering, we shall last. No, what he said, free at last, and all of that craziness. Mike, I'm talking about. But the gag is, there were a lot of us that were really ready to tear this stuff down. But I told you through agencies like the NAACP. I told you through agencies like the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. Mind you, these were all federal agencies working against each other. They just didn't know it. Allegedly. They were all there to make sure that we never rose up. When you really peel back the layers of the civil rights movement, it was to do a multitude of things. But two of the biggest things it was used for, the civil rights movement, was to drain us economically and turn us into slaves. That means take everything that we own. That was the last tidbit of taking our ownership. Now we are digital and financial slaves to the government. So it was to take our doggone our economic power, and it was also to what was the second one I was about to say? Take our economic power. Oh, and it was also to keep us from rebelling. That's what this was all about. I know a lot of us are near and dear to the civil rights movement, and for good reason, but we have to be truthful today. We cannot keep going with this narrative. You wonder why Martin Luther King in every hood? That's the enemy way of saying, nanny, boo, boo. We use one of you to take you out. And we're going to have you celebrate the nigga annually. That's how dirty that enemy is. Yes, that's how dirty. And it goes way deeper than that. But we're going to leave it there. Now, I ran across this video, and this what made me know this is why they dropped crack in the 80s and AIDS in the 70s and the 80s as well. Them kids back then, and there are many more documentaries I've seen where them kids back then were not trying to hear all that bullshit that them elders was speaking. And let me say this, because my generation, we too, at some point, gonna have to become elders. And we don't need to make this mistake. All that being set in your ways, all that you don't want to hear nothing, you think you know everything, and that's to everybody. I don't care what doctrine you follow. All of that, you think you the only one know everything, and I don't, gots to go. We cannot continue this, because had the elders been on point with these young men, we probably wouldn't be here. Not in the situation we in. So we got to bridge that gap. This is all a part of breaking generational curses. It ain't just about your personal generational curse. It's about generational curses on us as a whole, as a people, as the Most High's chosen. Does that make sense? Now, I want to show you this video of these two young men talking to this pastor who was probably part of the NAACP, because he giving me NAACPTs, and Watch how these young men are sitting up there talking about revolution, and watch what this pastor responds. And this is the divide that has kept us where we are. And this is why it's got to go. Y'all like the video. Check out the video right quick.
Happens to be, coincidentally, young man in the group that Mr. Meek said you did not speak for him. How would you talk to a young boy like that?
Well, I would say I would definitely have to use the Bible, Mr. Duncan.
No, I don't hear that.
Well, this is my only way.
I ain't know.
Let me say this, and shout out to the Bible. Whenever I talk to people, especially elders, and the first thing they say is the Bible, my ears go shoop. Not because what you're saying is not about to be true. Because my people, my people, have used that Bible as a sword. The same people who want to take you to the Bible to give you a scripture on the good are the same people that'll take that very Bible and thrash you with it. So for us, I'm gonna tell you right now, from my generation, I can't speak for nobody else. I can speak for me, and I feel like this may be the consensus amongst my generation. The reason why we don't rock with church and the reason why we don't rock with the Bible is because of y'all. And I'm talking about the generation before me. It's because of y'all. Y'all taxed on to that religion so hard to where y'all forsake everything and everybody. Y'all put the pastor before your kid. Like, can we talk? Get me up here. I gotta say this part, and I'm just being transparent. Because guess what? Our day coming, and we gotta be sitting here and ready to take it too. The reason why our generation don't want nothing to do with the church house is because first of all, we watched how it tore your ass down. Respectfully. We watched how you prayed all our lives and left with nothing. We watched how that church drained you economically, spiritually, emotionally, physically, in every which way. That we watched that church turn you every which way but loose. Yes, we did. We watched it. We had front row seats. And we watched the pastor and the people in the church use you and turn you into nothing mentally, make you so subservient to where you done forgot to only worship Jesus and God. You in here worshiping the pastor. We resented that. I'm not speaking for everybody. But for those who align with what I'm saying, I'm speaking for us. We resented the fuck out of that. We hated it. And you, mama, daddy, or whoever you are, a grandmother, auntie, uncle, we love you to death. But every time you turned around to take that book and try to thrash us with it, it bothered our minds, because in our mind we saying, but that's the same book got you where you at. And I'm not apologizing for saying that, because I keep telling y'all, the problem is we think that the kingdom of heaven is inside the book, and it ain't nowhere near the book. The book is a tool to get you there, but the heaven ain't in the book. The book is a spell. The book is a weapon. Yeah, that's what the book is. The book is everything it is, and whenever you pick it up, whatever your intentions are, that's what the book is. Let me say that one more time, because I don't want that to go over most people's heads. Whatever your intentions are when you pick that book up, that's what the book is. Think back to the book of Eli. Why was the people going crazy behind this book? Because they understood the power that it yielded. Remember, this is a new society starting over. They don't have no conception of God. The evil people wanted to get the book so that they can get the people in line to start thinking irrationally and not doing the right thing according to the good. It was about control. So with that being said, whenever even to this day, whenever I'm in conversation with people and the first thing is said, well, let me go to the Bible, my ears turn off, because you can't even see the damage it did to you. Honestly, if I could explain it, the way it looks to me with my eye, it'd be looking like if you see some people go into a garbage disposal and get all muffled up, and then they put them back together like a puzzle piece, and they got to stand in front of you with the book to tell you this the way to salvation. Because if that's what salvation look like, I'ma just roll the dice. And to be completely honest, whether y'all want to agree with me a lot out loud, the proof is in the pudding. Most of my generation don't go nowhere around no church. That's not by coincidence. Back to these brothers.
Uncle Tom.
Well, salvation
you
is
can't
free,
brainwash me.
Jesus said, first ye seek the kingdom of heaven and its righteousness, all of these things will be added unto you.
Heaven is on earth, mind you, brother.
And mind you, these brothers were spiritually awoke. You heard that, boy? Now, mind you, the book telling you heaven in heaven is in the sky. That young man said heaven is on earth. Watch how they start cooking, because I've been picking up some stuff. Look.
Yeah. Let me see.
You have anything more? How about the other lab?
Where you gonna go when we start revolution? Whose side are you gonna be on? Are you still gonna be on your knees begging for us jobs?
I will. Regardless of any circumstance.
Okay. Have God ever told you to let this white man rule you like he is?
Ooh, I hit the Lil Wayne. Ooh. Ooh. Let me show you how powerful that book is. Y'all want to know why white folks used to burn a cross in front of your lawn and go sit in church on Sunday after they hang you niggas? That's how powerful that book is. You niggas could read the same book the cracker read, and they could get a whole different message. In their book, it tells them that they have the right to do that to you. White people, Christian, Southern Christian white folks, especially back in them days, they went to church and was taught that doctrine, and they had scriptures to back it up. They was taught that they had the right to do that, that you were slave. They thought that this was prophecy, y'all. That's how the same book, and y'all reading the same scriptures, and they getting a completely different message. This how powerful the book is. So when this young man said, hey, so when we start the revolution, is you still gonna be on your knees praying to that white man for these jobs? I'm like this young brother. When it's time for us to start fighting, what we about to do, is you still gonna be over here praying, or is you gonna help? And it's no shade if you want to pray. Go pray. But I need you to get out the way. Faith without works is dead. I need you to get out the way. You got to go that way and go far that way, because now I feel like there's a line of treason that scares me. I don't know. I feel like you could commit treason at any moment. These men, we've been on this. They just hid this in the media so we wouldn't know, but it's too late. We already woke. Pete.
Well, young man, you first must be born again. God is a spirit.
I ain't born again. I ain't got to be born again. See, I was born in a new generation. Your mother could have brainwashed you, but can't nobody brainwash me. I'm ready. It's gonna take young boys like us to win the revolution.
The white peoples realized today that they was wrong for enslaving the Negro.
Pay attention, because that man is a plant. This pastor here is a plant and an op. Now, these young brothers is talking about putting some action in. And this man is over here talking about, well, the white folk didn't mean it. Well, the white folk didn't. Well, the white folk, he is an opposition to us. He is complete. He's gone, obviously. But a person like this cannot be in the midst. They just can't. This person is a huge distraction and a threat. Op-tees, fed-tees.
The great mass. May I finish? I'll wait. Why, if you so militant and so intelligent, why don't you keep your mouth shut?
I'll tell you why, Reverend Mitchell, because I'm sick and tired of you standing up there on a television camera, a black man with a white heart and a white face.
And this is what it's going to take. This right here is what it is going to take. Other elders, other people to stand up and stand on the side with the youth who have the solution. It just is what it is. Until we are able to stand behind the people, because it ain't about how much you know, it ain't about how long you've been studying, it ain't about how long you've traveled, because a lot of people are tapping into some internal knowledge that you can't find in a book. This is what it's going to take. Other people to stand on the side. It's unity, bro. All that separation got to go. It's unity. It's going to take us coming together for the greater good of society. Otherwise, we're doomed. And that man right there, the one who stood up, shout out to this brother who stood up and was like, nah, you talking that white boy shit. We trying to make a revolution and you over here talking about white. This is what it takes.
You're a black Anglo-Saxon, you're a disgrace to the race to stand up about a white man loving you. Ask Medgar Evers' wife. Ask the parents of the 3 civil rights workers in Mississippi. Ask Jimmy Lee Jackson's mother. Understand? Ask Grace Louise of 5 children who was shot in the head because he's riding with a black boy in the car. You stand there and talk like an unmitigated fool.
I thought you were more intelligent.
I'm intelligent enough that I don't want to listen to your dribble.
May I finish?
This happens to be, coincidentally, the...
Let me say this, because they don't show us this. Whenever you see documentaries or whenever you see anything from the 60s, you got to see us being beat up and tore up by dogs. You got to see them people putting water hoses on us. You got to see us getting hit in the head, arrested, all these things to play a mental warfare on your brain to keep you down. But I'm telling you, there's nothing new under the sun. Everything you did has already been done. Just the way we have militant people here now, there were militant people here then. Just the way people were spiritually awakening now, they were spiritually awakening then. We have to switch our mindsets. Listen, I was watching the Bobby Hemmett lecture because in my spare time, whenever I have time, I like to listen to old Bobby Hemmett lectures. And I came up, he spoke about Earth, Wind, and Fire. And before he could finish it, Spirit told me to head on over to pull up the song Fantasy. Now, this is when your life start to go full circle, you start to realize how things align. So back in the day, I dated this guy. Funny story, real quickly. I'm not going to get into too many details, but I'm going to just give you the tea because I got to be transparent. This is back when I was unhealed. So remember I told y'all I was married and engaged at the same time? Well, apparently, allegedly, according to what they said and I said. So even when I was engaged, I was in another relationship. And the dude gave me some money to move to Georgia. Unhealed me. Yes, unhealed me needed a man, girl. Yes, I was like, I don't need no break. Girl, I was so unhealed. Girl, if I feel like it's going left, I'm already preparing for my new nigga. That's how. And yes, I used to have one ready in the chamber whenever the shit. That's neither here nor there. Listen, because it's not about me. But listen, in that time, I met this dude and I dated this guy, and he actually helped me a lot financially, like a mug. He helped me a lot. But anyway, he loved this song by Earth, Wind, and Fire called Fantasy, right? And so I remember him blasting this song, and I had heard it a million times before, but somehow that night in his truck, he had a Suburban. I'll never forget it, a white Suburban. He had buku sound in there, girl. And I remember him blasting it in the music. It just felt different. And it was nighttime. It just felt different. And he played it back to back to back to back to back. And ever since then, I had fell in love with Earth, Wind, and Fire's Fantasy. Now, mind you, I'm on my journey. I'm on my healing journey. And I get these nudges and these intuitions to go look at stuff. So I'm listening to the Bobby Hemmett lyric. I'm listening to the Bobby Hemmett lecture. I'm sorry. And he brings up the lead singer from Earth, Wind, and Fire. And immediately I stopped that and went to pull up this song because that's the first song popped in my head. And this is why I know the Most High sent him to send me that message. Not for then, for now. So I go to read the lyrics and I'm thinking about the spiritual awakening and what's going on around the world. And for those who know about the spiritual awakening, you know that there are a lot of us melanated people all over the world, not just in Black America, but all over the world. There's a spiritual awakening happening because we are in the midst of a spiritual warfare, literally good versus evil. Okay. And I got to move forward. But listen, I started to realize that they told me to go back to this song. I went back to this song and it was like, there's messages decoded in the song. And when I tell you, I listen to Prototype, that's about spiritually awakening, the third eye. And what's the other song I listen to? But either way, I listen to this one too. And let me show you how the elders and the ancestors at the time was giving us direction of what to do during this awakening period. What was going on? Oh, as long as you keep your head to the sky, that's all about you can win. All that whole song, as long as you keep, that's the song. That whole song is about basically having belief in yourself and getting the results. I swear to God, we gonna get to that another day. But let's go over the lyrics. He's giving us the key from Earth, Wind, and Fire songs Fantasy of what's happening, what's going to happen, and what you can expect if you go through the healing journey. Healing hurts, but it's necessary. Listen to what he says. It says, every man has a place. In his heart, there's a space. Pause. Now, mind you, let me give you the album cover of Earth, Wind, and Fire's Fantasy. Can y'all see this? This is the album cover. This is another sign that this is all connected. Remember in the 70s, 60s, 80s, hell, even all the way up into the 90s, a lot of us were very into Starship, all type of stuff. Okay, we were into this type of stuff, pyramids. Okay, so now let's go into the lyrics. So now the lyric says, every man has a place, in his heart there's a space, and the world can't erase his fantasies. That means whatever you tap in, there's nobody on the outside in this street, he can't touch you. They can do spiritual work, warfare, and maybe you might get bruised and banged up a little bit, but for the most part, once you tap in, you done, right? So then he goes on to say, take a ride in the sky, on our ship fantasize, all your dreams will come true right away. Now, listen, I'm giving you the layman term. Go out there and ground, and this is what's going to happen. It says, and we will live together until the 12th of never. Our voices will ring forever as one. That's basically talking about us, Black America, being back on top, back having our heaven on earth, because that's what we deserve. It goes on to say, every thought is a dream. This is why I tell you, when you meditate and ground, be intentional with your thoughts. It says, every thought is a dream, rushing in by a stream, bringing life to the kingdom of doing. Meaning, if you think it, it is so. You can manifest your thoughts into reality. It goes on to say, take a ride in the side, obviously on our ship fantasize, all your dreams will come true miles away. Now, I want to go to the bridge. It says, now once you get to this awakening, once you heal, you go through your healing journey and you get through your spiritual awakening, and that eye open and all your chakras are open and you align with the Most High and you align with your ancestors and spirit and all of that stuff. Listen, because after I listened to the song, I went back and finished the rest of the lecture, and Bobby Hemmett was talking about how one of the members had passed on and went on into the spiritual realm, and that's when they came up with this album. So this is actually news and messages from the spiritual realm, if you really want to get into it. But let's get into it. On the bridge, it says, now after you go through your spiritual awakening, this is what they're saying through the song is going to happen. It says, come to see victory in a land called fantasy, loving life for you and me, to behold to your soul is ecstasy. Right. So what he's saying is, come to see victory in a land called fantasy. Now, this is after you go through your healing journey. Loving life for you and me, to behold to your soul is ecstasy. Then he goes on to say, you will find other kind that has been in search of you. Many lives has brought you to recognize it's your life now in review. Now, let's unpack this. Because what he's saying is, first of all, you will find other kind that has been in search of you, meaning you're not the only one going through this awakening. There's a whole community of us. And at some point, the Most High is going to put us all together. So what he's saying is, you're going to have to go through your internal period where you're by yourself. You got to go through that. It's got to happen. You got to shed yourself of all of the people, places, and things that no longer serve you. You're going to go through a point where you got to be isolated, and then he's going to put you with the people. Does that make sense? Then he goes on to say, many lives have brought you to recognize it's your life now in review. That's literally all about breaking generational curses. If you believe in reincarnation, or even if you believe in the Bible, you know that souls recycle. That's why a lot of us will see kids, babies, and be like, oh, that child done been here before. We know souls recycle. So when he says, wait, let me, because I don't want to misquote the lyrics. When he says, many lives has brought you to recognize it's your life now in review. Once you come out of healing, your life in review, all of those generational curses that not only are you breaking from your family, but from many lifetimes of you being here before. Now that's your life in review. You're on the clean side of the tunnel of shit. Does that make sense? It says, as you glide in your stride with the wind as you fly away, give me a smile for your lips and say, I am free. Yes, I'm free. Now I'm on my way. Come to see victory in a land called fantasy. Loving life for you and me, to behold to your soul is ecstasy. And I'm going to finish it out with this. You will find other kind that has been in search of you. Yes, Maurice White. Many lies has brought you to recognize it's your life now in review. If you want heaven, man, you got to tap in. That's all I can give you. For those who are supposed to hear the call, they're going to come, man. If you want heaven, you got to tap in. Now, let's move on. They got so many messages and so many songs. Y'all start listening to old songs. This is why they dilute the music the way that they did. We need to start listening to old music, old songs. There are a lot of decoded messages in those songs. Our elders was dropping bombs. Do you hear me? Bombs over Baghdad in that music. This is why they got us listening to nothing but Sexy Red and all of this stuff now. Does that make sense? This is why. Because we had too much knowledge and gems being dropped on us. They couldn't dare have us waking it up too much. Couldn't dare. So y'all, we got to get into the show, y'all. Because I still got to come back and Joce shine. So let's get into the show, y'all. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Wait, before I do that, let me read a couple of super chats because I saw some coming through. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. I had to get that message off to y'all. Miss Kitty, thank you for being a member for 15 months, says, oh, this just made me emotional. My daddy's 78th birthday was Sunday. The 29th of November will make a year that he was been gone. Oh, well, you know what? Happy heavenly birthday to your daddy. And I hope you feel better. Thank you so much for being a member for 15 months. Nicole Smith, thank you for the super chat. Says, Boo is fine. Girl, you know I'm trying to do my little one too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We'll keep the tricks guessing and whatnot. You know, or whatever. I'm just playing. Thank you so much, Nicole Smith. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. Says, yes, it's something the glass is half full, not half empty. By the way, you look fabulous. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. Yes, y'all, hit the like button. That half glass empty, half full analogy is real. If you look at life in a negative viewpoint, that will be your results. But if you see it positive, I promise you everything gonna turn around. Kanye West showed us that when he told us that he was a genius. Remember he said he was a genius and we all looked at him crazy. And then one day we woke up and we was running around, not me. But one day we woke up and y'all was running around here saying that he was a genius. Yep, it goes back to the song. Be optimistic. As long as you keep your head to the sky. Thank you, we the people, for the super chat. Says, Boo for president. Oh, child, girl, I can't be the president now. Oh, Lord. No, sir. But thank you for the sentiment. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Miss Ann, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey, Boo, listen to EWF Mighty. They were way ahead of their time. Let me tell you something, and I will. Thank you, Miss Ann, for that. I'm about to start going back into the old records. Yeah, all the 70s joints, all the 60s joints, all the 80s joints. I'm about to tap back in. Shaka Khan been tapped in. We got to start going back and decoding them messages. They was dropping gems in the music. Man, I don't listen to the new music no way. So it ain't hard for me. Because I don't listen to the new music no way. But I'm just telling you, we got to get up out of that. Now, I want to move on. It was something I wanted to show y'all, but I can't remember what it was, and the story expired. Let me see if it's still on my phone, because I could probably still find it. I know it's on the neighborhood talk. Let me go do that. Oh, yeah, this truth. This truth is setting us free. I told y'all the Mexicans aren't real Mexicans. I told y'all that the real black people, the real Mexicans are black. They look like me. I told y'all that the indigenous copper color people of this turtle island, as we call North America, was inhabited by black people. I told y'all that the Mexicans you see are $5 Mexicans. They are not real. I've been telling y'all that. I told y'all they took the black folks who really inhabited that land and pushed them off out the way so nobody could find them. And they took the place as those people. Well, here comes this Mexican dude who's being real. I don't know if he had too many coronas or whatever, but either way, he's spitting the truth. And he's telling you that Mexicans are not real Mexicans. They are actually Spaniards. Check this out.
Damn Mexicans. The Mexicans were goddamn Spaniards from Cortez when he come down here getting gold and shit from the goddamn Aztec Indians and the Mayans. Motherfuckers, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. I'm from fucking Spain. My grandpa's from Spain. We ain't from here. My great-grandpa's from Spain. Wait, Mexico? Mexicans are from Spain.
You heard him? My daddy from Spain. My granddaddy from Spain. My great granddaddy from Spain. Do you want to know why they have any sort of melanin in their skin? It's because they go and on purpose breed with the melanated people just to get enough melanin to keep that race alive. Let's be real. No shade, but this is a hybrid race of people. This is no shade. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be mean. This is a hybrid race of people. The Hawaiians, the Hispanics, a lot of them are in Middle Asia. They're hybrid groups of people. They're not original races of people. So the reason why you see Mexicans, that's why they're so short and stout, because the real Spaniards, real people who are European Spain people, were little itty bitty clear people and little itty bitty Negroes. That's why the Mexicans are short and stout. No cap. I'm not being nasty. I'm not being funny. It's just the God's honest truth. The real true Mexican, if you want to call it Mexican, because it wasn't Mexico until we came over here and took until the conquistador came over there and took over. But it wasn't Mexico before that. But if you want to know what the real Mexican look like, look in the mirror. It don't look like these people. These people are cosplaying $5 Mexicans.
So get your shit right.
When the Mexicans took over in 1821 here, they actually helped slaughter my people too. They weren't kind to native Californians. They
And let me stop him right here. I don't know. He looked like he might be black. I hope he black because his beard looked like he got some little naps in it. But if he's not black, let me tell you another way they've been trying to infiltrate. A lot of the people been trying to act like the Indians in California, the Indians all across that coast, all the way leading down to Mexican. A lot of Mexicans will tell you, I'm Taino, man. Yo, Holmes, I'm Taino. They're a motherfucking lie. They're a lie. All of those people were melanated black people. They lying. Now, I don't know if this is a real Mexican or if this is just a light-skinned brother. If it's a light-skinned brother, shout out to him. But he scared me. Because a lot of them been tethering on to every which way they can. But one thing about it, the Most High see everything. You can't fool him. He created everything. But be mindful of that. They'll tell you they Taino or they this, that, and the third. These were melanated Indians. These were not these whatever we see here.
created a whole nother system. I mean, the Mexicans reinforced the Spanish when they came over here. They continued slaughtering us. They continued
He not 100% nigga. If he got some nigga in him, he ain't 100% nigga, and I know that to be a fact.
enslaving us. We were enslaved to do all the handiwork on the ranches when they got the ranchos and stuff. One of my highlights is the nearer one.
Sorry.
And it says Mexico as a colonizer, so you can go look that up.
Just so you know, Mexico is extremely racist. So we have what are Guatemalans, even to its own Mexicans. So you gotta remember, Mexico was dominated by the Spaniards. The only reason I look the way I look is because I'm 65% Spaniard. Yeah. Mexicans, like real Mexicans, or which is known as Mexica, not Mexico, yes. Mexica, are 5'4", super dark with big noses and the heads pushed back. Aztecs and Mayans, like Indians. Like Indians. Yes. Well, we're natives, right? So we're blended.
And what's the name of that movie? With it's the name of that movie where they was in the bush in the jungle and they had to hide the baby in the tower. Remember, he had to drop the baby down and his name was Jaguar Paw, and him and his brother, and they killed his brother. Remember, he was running back and forth. The movie was supposed to be based in ancient Aztec civilization, but they had the people that played them. They had them people look like the New Mexicans when that's not the truth. Them people really was Negroes, black. Apocalypto. Thank you, Tiny. Yes, Apocalypto. One of my favorite movies. This the real people from that movie. As a matter of fact, here are photos of the ancient people of the time. This what them people look like. They did not look like the people in that movie Apocalypto. They did not look like them people. That's a lie. That is a lie. If the movie, if everything in the movie is true, even if it is, those were melanated black people. Them people was black as my ass. They were not those $5 Mexican looking people. Them people came way later.
So the reality is in Mexico, till this day, if you are not light complected, somewhat tall, you're frowned upon.
There wasn't no goddamn Mexicans. The Mexicans were goddamn Spaniards from Cortez when he come down here getting gold and shit from the goddamn Aztec Indians. And
not just Cortez, Hernando de Soto with them flesh-eating dogs. Let me tell you something. These people were sub-fucking humans. If we just gonna be 100%. These people came on purpose with disease, famine, and a religion to enslave your minds for hundreds of years. These are devils. And unfortunately, shout out to the Mexicans, but unfortunately, a lot of y'all stem off that tree. Y'all are Spaniards. And when you go in the Caribbean, especially the Spanish-speaking Caribbean places, and you go amongst the Black Hispanics, they'll tell you in a minute, oh no, that's a Spaniard. They will tell you in a second that's a Spaniard. They're hybrid races of people. They're not real. The original people look like you and me. You want to know what they look like all over the world? Take your ass to the mirror. That's the only way you're going to find out what them people look like anywhere in the world. If you want to know anywhere in the world what them people look like, go to the mirror. That's what they look like. Let's really be clear about that. Hold on. I want to show y'all one more thing, and I got to move on because I'm spending too much time. I think, because I had all this going on, I'm just not going to be able to go through them stories too long. But I wanted to show y'all something. Hold on. It was something on here I wanted to show y'all. Dang, Finesse 2 Times got arrested again? God damn, he just don't quit, huh? It was something else I wanted to show y'all. If it's meant for me to show y'all, then I will. But if not, then, oh well, then I'll have to move on. All right, I'm moving on. I don't have time. All right, so anyway, let's get into the show. It'll come back to me. If it's meant for me, it'll come back to me. Let's get into the show. Now, I want to start with, that's what it was. There you go. Let's start with Marvin Sapp and these churches. I told y'all my story about Marvin Sapp. And just to give a little context, my mom and I went to go see Marvin Sapp at a church years and years ago. And that man said that anybody who didn't donate to his fund or to him coming out there to sing, he said that they're going to suffer grave consequences. In a truck fell on my mama car. A truck fell on my mama car. No bullshit. And I caught my mama on live before, and she told y'all before in real life. A tree fell on my mama truck the next day. Now, I was saved because I put my little $2 in the plate. Okay? I was saved because I put my $2 in the plate. My mama wanted to be big bad. And after that, baby, that tree fell on her truck, baby. And she learned. So I already have a bad sour taste in my mouth for Mr. Marvin Sapp. So now here he go. I done told you. Is it whining Sapp? Whining Sapp? No. Which one say, never would have made it? That's the one I had the issue with. Okay, this one, Marvin Winans. Girl, Marlon Wayans, bitch, it don't matter. But I guess I gave y'all an extra story. So now this is about Marvin Winans. And yeah, F him too. Because I don't like the Winans. Let me say my part. Let me say what I got to say. Because the Winans, I didn't like when they went on Martin's show and they sang, I don't like them. I ain't gonna lie, I don't dislike them. I feel like they was bougie. Moving on. This Marvin here, it's not about him. He went down to the church and he got these tithes and offerings. And it goes into what I was saying to y'all earlier, why I despise pastors and preachers. I don't like them. And I don't think they all bad. I just think 96% of them are. Is that bad? I don't think they all bad. I just think most of them, like almost all of them. You know what I'm saying? But either way, because I know that they have a psychology and they're using the people. They are literally running my people in the mud. They part of the reason why we have the big disconnect between our generations. Okay? So anyway, here come this lady. And let me show you how symbolism works. Not only is this an elderly woman, she's up there with her grandson. She gonna go up there with now. I guess he called for $2,000 as the offering. She only had $1,200. She goes up there with the $1,200. Now she got her grandbaby probably. I don't know if that's her grandbaby, but I'm assuming she got her grandboy in tow. And she goes up there with the $1,200 to get to Marvin, and Mr. Marvin don't feel like that's enough, and he goes to scold this woman and condemn her. Now, it's two things that I'm looking at here. Number one, I'm looking at this woman trying to save face and crack a smile so that she won't break down from the embarrassment. And number two, I'm looking at this young man watch this old ass man demoralize his grandmother and make her 1,200 or whatever it was she had mean nothing because it wasn't what he wanted. This is teaching this young man one or two things. Number one, I can be like this man and treat women like this. Or number two, I can be opposite and do something better. Either way, you're putting this child in a very vicarious situation, and I despise these niggas. And I told y'all, God don't reside in them buildings. I've been told y'all that. And you're not going to see it until you tap in and realize that he left out the door with you. Don't let that go over your head. But if some people feel like they need to go to get their little energy or whatever, I'm not saying there's something wrong with that. What I'm telling you is open your eyes. They're supposed to be more than just hazel. So this is a double situation going on. This child's going to be affected and this grandmother's going to be affected. Because guess what? When she go home and have to deal with her ain't shit son or her ain't shit husband or the daughter who won't get right or the bills and all that, they going to get everything negative out of her because of the scolding she got from this man who she believed to be a man of God. I hope they burn these niggas in the lake of fire. I swear to God. I despise the church. I hate it. I despise everything about it. I don't like nothing about it. Let's get into the video because this is going to show you. Hey, say what you want about me. The proof is in the pudding.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in unity with the vision of perfecting church of sowing this seed of $1,000 plus $235 and receiving the blessings to come to all that participated.
Now that's only $1,200.
Look at this young man. He got first row seats of this interaction. This interaction is going to shape the way that this young man moves, amongst others. But this one single interaction is going to mentally shape the way that he views the world. A child's mind is so precious and so freaking fragile, bro. And you got this boy sitting there and you about to scold his grandmother, the matriarch of his family, the one who he sees as the Superman of the family. Because most grandchildren see the grandmother as a Superman. I don't give a damn if your grandma ain't shit. Most kids love their grandmother. So here you go about to shape his whole mind. Look.
Yes.
Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. If you have 1,000 plus 1,000.
Well, I'm gonna work on the other 800.
Well, that ain't what I asked you to do.
I, Roberta McCoy, given faith and stand in you.
This shit is sick, bro. This shit is sick. And I ain't about to spend too much time on it. Like I said, you can sit up here and say that I'm hating. You can say that I'm evil. You can say what I want. But the Most High keep revealing to you everything that you need to know. Now, I know the majority of us want to just stay hidden in our ignorance. And everybody wake up at their own time. It's not for everybody. But for those of you who need to know, the Most High is putting this shit out here in front of your face. You can't deny it no more. You can't even flip around and say, well, it ain't all the pastors. This is only some of them. No. Not at this point in time, even if you have a good pastor squinting their eyes. That's how disgusting the church has become. And this young boy is going to be molded into that. And the way he's dressed, raised under his grandmother, he'll probably grow up to be a pastor or a preacher. Hopefully not, but probably turn around and do the same thing. I don't want nothing to do with no church. Fuck the church. And I said what I said. Moving on. And it ain't for nobody else to understand. I said what I said. Moving on. And when I say fuck the church, that ain't got nothing to do with the Most High God. I'm talking about the building and the evil that resides up in it. Anybody who want to attach that to God, then you attach it to it on your own. That's between you and the Most High to wrestle. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Go that way. Now, moving on. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get this Keyshia Kaor and Gucci Mane situation going. So Keyshia Kaor and Gucci Mane did an interview on the Breakfast Club telling us that Gucci Mane is thrown off. Duh. Did y'all not hear the girl who was with him? Mag Breezy, pimping ain't easy, nigga. When she went live, she told you niggas that her and Gucci was locked up in a doggone mental hospital together. She told y'all that. Did y'all not recall? So I'm sitting up here saying, oh, I didn't know Gucci was schizophrenic. Girl, the girl told y'all they both had PTSD and was going crazy together. She said they was locked up taking medicine together, girl. That girl Ben came out and said that. Okay? So anyway, now Keyshia Kaor goes over to the neighborhood. Nope, not the neighborhood talk. She goes on, what is it called? The Breakfast Club, you know how I feel about them. But she goes to the Breakfast Club, and her and Gucci talks. Well, she spoke a lot, but she spoke about how much work it is dealing with Gucci being schizophrenic, and also she spoke about how she had to take his phone and things of that nature. Just the work that it puts in. And I ain't gonna lie, it does give me handler teas, but I've been got those teas from her. But it also gives me that she got work to do. Like she got money, but she working for it. I'm sorry, y'all. She got money, but she working for it. This shit ain't free. So again, y'all better stop idolizing people's lives. Y'all don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Y'all have no clue what's going on behind the scenes. She dealing with a whole grown-ass man who is schizophrenic. And before we get into it, let me say this. First of all, shout out to those in my community, especially my community, Black American community, who's suffering under PTSD, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, autism, all of these man-made illnesses that's put on my community to stop us. I pray healing over all of my people because we don't deserve that. This is all stuff put on us. Let's really be clear. Okay? So, she gonna holler about he is schizophrenic. And let me tell you, I have a nephew who's schizophrenic. I don't live with him. My mama does. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So dealing with this nigga, I don't care if she got $1 trillion. It ain't worth it. She is really draining everything out of her. Listen to some of the things she say she have to do when it come down to him and his schizophrenia. Look.
For you, what was it like just trying to protect the business that you guys have built while
I have a
he's
system.
personally...
I take his apps off his phone. First thing I do, I delete Instagram. I delete everything. Even if I got to change his password, I'm changing it because I don't need the public to know he's having an episode. You realize you'd never know about any other episodes since September 13th because I control that. Because you're not going on Instagram, you're not going on Twitter, it's deleted. You know, and I just control everything at home. And now before the episodes come, I catch it. So that's why he hasn't had another one. And how you catch that is he doesn't speak to you. He wants.
She said she wasn't drained over this what she do. Unless this hoe is a superhero. Okay, girl. Like the person before you just put up there and said it can be very scary. And the girl who been came on here and told y'all that Gucci was schizophrenic and bipolar and all of that already told y'all how he get in his episodes. So let Keyshia get on here and lie to y'all, girl. Keyshia is a pathological liar. That hoe going through it. Why you think she keep her waist down to a size 0 and now she got her face pumped up? That hoe stressed all the way out.
To be left alone. He don't eat. He does not sleep. Text messages, there's a period after each word. And I'm like, you're going through an episode. You're sick. No, I'm not. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Why do you think that? You're not speaking to me. Well, there's nothing to talk about. I said, well, that's not how you speak to your wife. And I'm like, you're sick. And we snap out of it right then.
Wow. You know, we heard Kim this week say how Kanye just used to give away their cars and stuff when he would go through episodes. And in the book, you talk about,
I did
you just used to be giving away stuff.
I gave away jewelry.
Money.
And
Jewelry
money.
cost.
That's not crazy. I don't think giving away possessions makes a person crazy. I think it makes a person crazy to value them so much to where they feel like they can't live without them. I think it's quite the opposite. I think a person who doesn't see value in possessions and could just give it away actually has freed themselves in a way. Call it crazy, call it schizophrenic, call it what you want. But a person that could walk away from possessions and walk away clean and really sleep good at night, that is not the crazy person. That's the one who's sane. It's the one holding on to all of the stuff. You feel me? It's the one like this to me that's crazy. Like, I could be wrong, but we got so much value in the possessions to where if we don't want it, we deem it as being crazy. That's insane.
so much. You know how much it costs for jury? Like, I would give my friends jury, and like they know I went well, they'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
They take advantage of you.
I felt like, damn, they know I was something's going on with me, but they'll take it. So it's like, when I got out of jail, like I cut off all my friends, my old friends. I'm like, damn, they were taking advantage.
Yeah.
I wonder what the psychology.
That's healing. That's healing. When you go through a healing journey, I'm telling you, you're gonna look around and look up, and most 99% of us gonna look up and we're gonna be by ourselves. That's a part of healing. You get to start seeing when you come out of that tunnel, oh snap, these don't have my best interests at heart. It's a part of the healing.
Is behind that? Like, why when you going through an episode, you feel
give away money and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care about nothing.
Because the money don't, it's not, you kind of like in a warped world.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, it's a psychosis. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you dealing with stuff like, you hearing voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have voices.
You know, and you hearing voices too, like, it's telling you to, you know, you might think that Charlamagne I might think that you trying to fight me. You ain't even did nothing. You be like, bro, I ain't did nothing to you. What's wrong? Like, I'll be like, trying to fight you, Charlamagne, like, you did this, you know what you did? You stole something from me. And you be like, bro, I ain't stole nothing from you. But in my mind, I'm like, it's the truth. So that's what I used to deal with.
How did therapy and the self-work change your relationship with anger? And like, do you still wrestle with that same inner voice that you talk about throughout the book?
I don't. I don't. It's like I seen a therapist. I gotta so taking medicine that prescribed for me, what she thought, and it worked. And I haven't had any other problems.
You know, I always wondered when people have episodes, what sparks it, right? Do you know what sparked the episodes?
I think drug.
Trauma. That's what sparks episodes. Trauma. Your brain is a huge volcano. It collects infinite lava, but at some point it's going to explode. Trauma. All of that putting stuff to the side, putting it in the back of your head, and a lot of times your mind will do that to save you, so you won't lose your mind. But it's got to come back up. It's like putting something with a bottle with water in it and trying to submerge it under the water. Yeah, it's gonna stay under there as long as you keep your hand on it. But the moment you take your hand off of it, it's gonna resurface. Does that make sense? That's what causes it. It be traumas that trigger you into, and it snaps you into psychosis. That's what this is all about. Does that make sense? But it's funny that he talked about schizophrenia, because I told y'all my nephew suffers with it. And he's my daddy. I just talked to my daddy yesterday. He said he's starting to get better with the medicine. I know that medicine, man, that medicine journey, that medical journey with that medicine, that the cure is not in the medicine. Let's just start there. However, if you can find good medicine, stick with it. I think that we need to change our diets. And this nasty ass food and this poison they feeding us, it's a lot with that. But I'm saying all that to say, Keyshia Kaor is definitely, in my opinion, a handler. However, she's working for everything she got. She probably can't sleep at night. I don't give a damn what Keyshia Kaor say. Keyshia Kaor can get on here and lie and tell you everything is cool. That's why she had all that Botox in her face. She's stressed out. It's hard. It's really, really hard dealing with somebody battling something so severe as far as that level of severe mental illness, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, autism. That shit is hard. And I'm telling you from the outside looking in, I ain't even the one dealing with it. So shout out to Gucci for getting on here telling his story, because that needed to be heard by somebody, me included. Yes, herbs, diets. Thank you, Southern Louisiana Cooking with K. Herbs, diet, and anything holistic can help more than chemical medicine. That's another thing. Thank you. We got to get back into our natural state and get out these white boys' medicine. That's what got us messed up. Now, I've heard other people say that they had it. My nephew has been suffering with it. I want to say the past maybe 3, 4, 5 years. And I want to say that he's been doing better now. I pray for him and all that. But I have another nephew who had it and came out of it and battled it. I just want my nephew to come out of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to deal with it, but I know that he can come out of it. I know he can come out of it, y'all. But let's get the likes up on the video. Please and thank you. Let's get the likes up on the video. Please and thank you. Now, I want to move on, you guys. And don't forget to meet me at the dollhouse later on, where we will be Joce Trap Boy Bino, as that's his name, who exposed Rockhead. Yes, he did. expose her for everything we was already saying. That's exactly what he did. All right. Now, before we get into NBA Youngboy and my spiritual meeting with him, because we're going to get into him right next, I want to get into this Monica bit. So Monica and Brandy doing this Boy Is Mine tour. Oh, no. Before I do that, I got to get into Nicki. So Nicki brought Keyshia Kaor in it. My bad. I was skipping too fast. Keyshia Kaor. So Keyshia Kaor, after she did this interview, Nicki Minaj had came out. And you know, Nicki been on a rampage. They say she been on the slopes for the last few years or whatever. I don't know. I just always, every time I see her, she got skis with her. I don't know what's going on though. But anyway, Nicki Minaj had been going off on everybody, right? So once Keyshia Kaor came out and said her man was batshit crazy, Nicki Minaj took this opportunity to tell us that Keyshia Kaor was basically copying her style and she a hater and she been trying to be her. So let's get into it. Look what Nicki said. Gucci wife has been trying to be me for years. Been dying for the spotlight for years. She's there to keep Gucci sedated. Gucci hates Deb Antony. Oh! They don't want Deb around me. She's around me now. Charlamagne the fraud, Jay-Z friend and business associate, using iHeartRadio for these disgusting ploys against innocent families. He was around Wendy before her life went to hell. The buck stops here, baby. Bookmark this tweet. Y'all really do not understand who I really am. Bring it. Honestly, Nicki, don't nobody believe who you are. Because every time you get on Twitter, you have to remind us that we don't believe who you is. That's why we don't believe who you is. And we're not going to believe it. I don't think Nicki believes who she is. Y'all are going to have to, you guys, y'all are going to believe who I am. Shut your ass up. Shut up, Nicki. Because how dare you come on here and tell us that Keyshia Kaor wanted to be like you when you stole Little Kim's whole style? How dare you, pot, meat, kettle? Now, don't get me wrong. I went and found the receipts and you wasn't lying. Keyshia Kaor did steal your style. But bitch, you have the nerve that you have. It baffles me. Your whole persona, your whole head to toe, everything was given to you. Made in a factory. Nicki, please. Not now. Not now. But since you here, let's entertain it. LAPD, where's the evidence of my home being swatted? Girl, we don't care about all that. Let's get into Nicki with the receipts. Because you know one of the bars when pulled up the receipts. Let's get into Nicki receipts. Hold on. She has some receipts on here. I said, oh, there you go. I passed it up. So Nicki pulled up the receipts. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, Keyshia Kaor is over here cosplaying Nicki Minaj. But Nicki Minaj, you cosplaying a Black American woman. So then what? So now who get to be mad at who? Let's talk about it. Keyshia Kaor, another Jamaican, shout out to the Caribbean. Another Caribbean cosplaying a Caribbean who cosplaying Black America. Make it make sense. How does the audacity form inside of her brain? Right, Deborah? Both of them made inside of a factory. So that's Exhibit A. Here's Exhibit B. I ain't gonna lie, Nicki, if I had to say who wore better, Keyshia wore better on this one. Exhibit C. I get what she talking about, the concept with the headband. The Gucci jumpsuit. Yeah, she copying the hell out of Nicki. You damn right. But you know, people like this don't have minds of their own. If there's somebody who copying everything somebody else do, that tells me a lot about your mental. Mentally, you are weak. And Keyshia Kaor, you are weak as fuck. Because you're not even trying to get ideas and make them your own. Bitch, you literally cutting and pasting, copying and pasting, bitch. And both of y'all look a mess. This look like something a Caribbean person would wear. No shade. But y'all like flowers and things. You know? Both of y'all look a mess. When I'm gonna stop Nicki when she start lying though, she is looking like her. But they both cosplaying Black American women, so I don't understand why. What's the big deal? Both of y'all hoes cosplaying a Black American woman. And right, they both can't dress. I've always thought Nicki Minaj's. Let me tell you the problem about Nicki Minaj style. And this is no shade, because she got more money than me. But I can say what I want to say. The problem with Nicki Minaj is when she took Little Kimberly Denise Jones's manuscript, when she took her life and tried to put it on, she forgot to make it her own. So when it comes to Nicki, it looked like she just be throwing up. It looked like they just put shit on her, just threw it on her. Here, put that on her. That's cute. Put that piece with. They don't even put the pieces together. It looked like it just be like, oh, a piece here, put that on here. Get that piece, put that on. Y'all both look a mess. Y'all look, no shade. Y'all look very Caribbean, very colorful. Very colorful. You know, they love a good color in the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both look a mess. A money mess. I mean, I guess. But Nicki, shut your ass up. Shut up. And no, we don't believe who you is. Because we tired of you telling us that we need to believe it. No, we don't believe shit. And Keyshia Kaor, you look a mess. Now let's get into this Brandy and Monica situation. But we get to it.
I think something happened.
Shout out to the Boy Is Mine tour. And I said this before and I'm going to say it again. Now, Brandy and Monica went on this tour. And everybody got excited. And I'm a Brandy fan just like the rest of y'all. But I got to say this part. I don't give a damn about Brandy or that vocal Bible. Bitch, what happened to Whitney? When she gave you that note, that night she came out the pool and her hair was still wet. And Brandy, she came and gave you a note. Don't make me go get it. Bitch, what happened to Whitney? What did she put on that note? I don't give a damn who the boy belonged to. I could care less. I don't give a damn where Brandy's sitting up in her room at. Bitch, what was on the notes? All that other shit y'all talking about, I don't care nothing about. What did Whitney Keyshawn Houston write on that note and tell you? And why did you make that face? And why have you not came out here and told us? You know, Brandy's hands aren't clean. You know, Brandy has taken a life before. So we're not going to act like the vocal Bible who stay out the way is the angel we thought she was down there on Moesha. You forgot Moesha was hot in the ass. Moesha kept the boyfriend. Moesha was hot in the ass. Do not let that go. Do not let that go over your head. You got Brandy over here with them braids for 40 years and got y'all believing that she's something she ain't. No, ma'am. Brandy got bodies, girl. Brandy needs 2 teardrops on her eyes. So I could see I see through the wool. Nigga said braids and little gums. Oh. Not braids and baby teeth. You know what though? Let me move on. So anyway, the boy was somebody's, and them hoes went on tour. Now, when they went on tour, they say, I didn't say it because I wasn't there. Okay? But they say all of a sudden Brandy just walked off the tour. And they trying to figure out what's going on. Some people say it was the sound. Some people say she wasn't feeling good. And I say, baby, that was Whitney. Oh, yeah. See, Whitney tapped in on that mic and it scared her. So she had to go on up out of there. And for Ray J, he think he getting away. I want to know what was going on when allegedly they snuck his little bitty ass out the back door. Both of them hoes was right there up under Whitney, and I need answers. Ray J, Lil Willie Ray, and your killing ass sister. I need answers. And I got all the answers I needed. The bitch already did the tour with the big old checkerboard jacket. Big old, no wonder you needed to get off stage, bitch. You was going to suffer a heat stroke trying to pledge allegiance to the Illuminati. No wonder you had to get off the stage. Bitch, you almost passed out. Brandy got bodies, baby. Never forget it. Brandy got bodies. Her and Lil Willie Ray. Don't ever forget that. Okay? Now let's get into this brother. Oh, wait, before we get into let's get into this brother who talking about what happened at the tour. I'm telling you what happened at the tour. Whitney scared that hoe. As she should. Bring her back, Whitney. Horn her every night. Let's get into it.
Brandy, conspiracy theory. Because she's on stage and then out of nowhere, she goes, hey y'all, the sound is off. The sound is off. It's weird. And then she walks off stage in the middle of her songs and goes, y'all, gotta go fix my... And then she never came back. And then they never did A Boy Is Mine. I didn't pay for the tickets, but I want my money back.
Didn't sing any of the songs. Mad because they was playing her music too fast. They ended the show.
My concert, this shit just ended. And we're the whole place, everybody is just shook. We're all like, what happened?
Honey, did you guys hear what just happened?
Shout out to my boo.
All right, let me tell y'all. They said.
Shout out to my boo, Ruby Gigi over here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check her out. Man, listen, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When it comes down to this Brandy and Monica crap, I don't trust Anne Reed, none of them hoes. See, y'all think because Monica is a good alto, I don't trust Monica. I don't trust that bitch. Hell no. And this is no shade. I don't mean to call her a bitch, but I don't trust. Somebody need to tell me what the hell happened with goddamn Whitney Houston. Let me go pull up the hold on. Give me the video. I'm about to show y'all what I'm talking about. Now, we done discussed it on this channel before. And remember, Whitney did that Impossible. Remember her and Brandy was Impossible? When that whole Brandy wanted to be Cinderella with braids. Here you go. Here you go. Remember, she wanted to be Cinderella with the braids. So, Brandy and Monica, right? This is the night before or the night. This is the night Whitney died. Whitney was allegedly they said that somebody tried to drown her in the pool. But Whitney had crashed this interview between Clive, I'm the Devil Davis, and Brandy and Monica allegedly. No, this ain't allegedly. We watching it. And she handed Brandy a note. And Brandy looked at the note. Her eyes got big and she hurried up and handed it off. And that was the last time we seen Whitney Keyshawn Houston. And I need answers. So I don't give a damn who the boy belonged to. What I want to know is, Monica, you slew-footed heifer, what was on the note? And Brandy, I know why you ran off stage. Oh, yeah, them demons coming back to haunt you. You don't know which one it is. You got bodies on bodies. Allegedly. Brandy got more bodies on her than them niggas in the streets. All these people because they could sing a tune, and I'm so tired of that alto Monica. I got love, bitch. Do you? What was on the note? If you got love, what was on the note? Girl, don't get me started on y'all people. Let's get into the interview when Whitney passed that note to that girl, Brandy. Look. Right here. She gonna kiss Monica. Look. She handed it to her now. Boom. This the last time we seen Whitney. This the last time we seen Whitney on her feet. Last time we seen Whitney after that, she was in a coffin. Mind you, allegedly, rumor has it, Whitney was supposed to be allegedly almost been drowned in the pool right before that, which is why her hair was wet. So what I want to know is, Brandy and Monica, fuck the boy and who he belongs to. Who and what was on the note? I'm trying to see something. Girl, I don't give a damn who the boy was for sitting in the room. Look at Brandy. Hold on, let me put it in slow motion. Yes, slow motion for me. Moving slow motion for me. I like it like that. Look at Brandy. Watch Brandy. Let me turn the volume on. Now look at she giving Brandy the note. Look at Brandy. Look. She gonna read it. She look up back at her. And watch Brandy gonna hand the note off. Look. Now, she didn't read it. She kind of glanced at it. Look at that nervous face she got. You see it? Now, why she hand a note off to somebody, tell somebody to come get it? Look, she looking at it again. She keep looking at the note. Look, now she about to hand it off to somebody. Look. She handed that bitch off. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck about no Boys Mind tour. Bitch, what was on the note? And Monica, you slew-footed hoe, I'm calling you to the red carpet too, because I know y'all hoes talk after the interview, and I know that hoe can't say, bitch, Whitney told you, and I know you know. So with that being said, I don't give a damn how much love you got over you, bitch. What was on the note and what happened to Whitney? That's what happened if you ask me. Whitney decided to pay that hoe a visit mid-stage. Right when she was getting ready to belt out her notes, Whitney said, "Not today, slut," and that hoe got scared. If you ask me, allegedly conspiracy theorists. Okay, that's what I believe. But I don't know why the bitch ran off stage and don't care. I literally don't care. And I am a fan of Brandy's music. I am a fan of Brandy's music. But it's not about that. It's about what's real. Bitch, what was on the note? Until you tell us what was on the note, I feel like Whitney gonna haunt your ass, bitch. And them bodies you done took, you gotta pay for them. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Because, yeah, Brandy got bodies. Yes. Teardrops. Bodies. The fuck? April, thank you for the super chat. Says also EWF Serpentine Fire. Somebody else mentioned EWF too. Thank you so much. I'm gonna check that out. That song. Top Cats, what's up, boo? What's up, my love? He said, what it do, boo? I mean, boo. You ain't gotta make no mistake. You can say boo. What's up, Top Cats? Shout out to Big Chief BCU in the building. Big legendary Chief Top Cats. I will be in the building in Houston, November 22nd. Make sure y'all pull over, and pop out. If y'all in the Houston area, it's the first annual Foundational American Indigenous Day. It's going to be lit. It's for anybody Foundational Black American, Indigenous, Aboriginal, anybody Black American. Y'all come out. We going to do, I'm saying we. I ain't on this committee. I'm just going. But they going to have a lot of stuff out there for y'all. Make sure y'all pull over, and pop out, and the dog will be in the building, okay? Let's really be clear. The dog will be in the building. It is November 22nd. I do know it is around Thanksgiving, so y'all make sure y'all pull up, okay? Okay, Kentrell Golden. We get into Kentrell right now. Let's get into Kentrell. So, where do I start? Get me on here, because it's about me. Kentrell. What's that little boy name? I wrote it down. Kentrell Deshaun Golden or Golden. Is that the little boy's name? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand that Kentrell is a grown-ass man. He pays his own bills. As a matter of fact, he pays everybody's bills. He is a man. Okay, let's really be clear. However, I was able to be in his energy, and I met him spiritually, and I see a child. We're going to get into it. Now, a lot of you may not know that, but New Orleans was the stop for Kentrell, aka NBA Youngboy, to have his concert. Now, mind you, I'm running in town for a birthday dinner. I get there to get my rental car, and the lady said we ain't got no cars. Now I'm pissed because, mind you, I'm working on my patience. And the lady was like, it's gonna take at least an hour to get a car. My first mind was just like, I just say F the car. But then I was like, girl, why is it taking an hour? She was like, oh, the YB concert. And I'm like, the YB concert. So I get on the phone with my daughter. And I'm like, girl, why you ain't tell me they had a Youngboy concert? Oh, mom, it's gonna be lit. Fast forward. We do the weekend. I have the weekend. I go to dinner, and I'm leaving out of the dinner. I get back to the hotel, and now, as of recently, I partake in the finest of herbal essences. Okay, and for those who know, you can read between the lines. So because of that, I tend to align myself with smokers. I be where the smokers be now, because you can't smoke inside. You know what I'm saying? And I don't smoke in my house neither. But anyway, so because of that, I'm partaking in some herbal essences one night, or Sunday night. Yeah, because that was the night of the dinner. Sunday night. I'm outside partaking in some herbal essences, smoking like the regular smokers do, or whatever the case may be. And I see a crowd, but it's like everybody got on all black. Now I'm on the phone talking, running my mouth, this, and there's kind of like a slit in like the building on Canal Street, and I see this group of people coming, and I was like, child, ain't number some YNs walking up the street. And I just turned back around. And some say, no, bitch, turn back around. And when I turned back around, I said, and mind you, I got the earbud in my ear. So I didn't know how loud I was talking. I said, that's not no YNs. I said, that's NBA Youngboy. When I said that, this young girl was coming across the street. She said, NBA Youngboy. And then another girl said, that's YB. And then all of a sudden, things went crazy. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know nothing about the child. Don't know the name of one song this little boy has. But what I will say is, in the midst of all of this mayhem about the kickoff, this before everybody could hear. At this point in time, I want to say about maybe 10 or 15 people over there. But he's being mobbed. He got a whole bunch of security with him. And shout out to the Fruit of Islam, because they was helping him too. Now, in this moment, I'm not a fan. I don't care. However, my daughter is. So now I'm on the phone on WhatsApp because my daughter is now residing in Europe. Yeah, learning different languages. I'm not, she ain't learning no different language. But anyway, she live in Europe. But she did get to go to the show. It was my fault, AJ. It was definitely my fault. Yes, it was my fault. I started it. But I think he wanted it to happen. Hear me out. And I got video proof too. So look. So the girl said, NBA Youngboy. Then the other girl said, YB. And then the little boys went crazy. So I'm not a fan. Mind you, it's not a lot of people walking. So I decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to call my baby on WhatsApp, on FaceTime, because she's going to lose her mind. This is what I said. My baby going to lose her rabbit. When she pick up this FaceTime and see Kentrell, well, at the time I was calling him Youngboy. This is before I was in his energy, like in it. Because I'm walking next to the nigga. Girl, we locked eyes. Me and Kentrell had a spiritual meeting. We're going to get into it. I'm giving y'all the 3D meeting first. Okay? So listen. So, I'm trying to get this girl on the FaceTime. Europe, the UK is 6 hours ahead. It's 12:30 at night. That means it's 6:30 in the morning over there. And I know for a fact she ain't up unless she going to school or something. So I'm like, pick up the phone. Suge, I call my baby Suge. Suge, please pick up the phone. And I'm saying, please, Suge. Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone. Now, I'm walking amongst the children. A grown-ass woman walking amongst the children. Girl, I'm trying not to get trampled. Them children looking at this nigga like he Black Jesus Christ. I don't really care, but I'm trying to get my baby on the line. Like, girl, Suge, pick up the phone, girl. I'm begging and pleading. Please, Suge. Pick up the phone. And these children about to knock me in the back of my head to get around this little boy. Okay? Yeah, girl, granny with the kids. Now, mind you, I'm 5'4" 3/4", so I blend right in. Them children don't know I'm a grown-ass woman. All they know is, bitch, get out the way. Okay? And I had to respect that. I had to respect that because I was not amongst my crowd and my peers. So I had to respect the fact that when in Rome, I got to go lay down. Okay, so with that being, I got proof to back all this up. Just hear me out. I got proof to back this whole story up. So anyway, so the churn, like I said, they about to pop me in the back of my head to get to this nigga. She don't want to pick up the phone, so I'm like, screw it. Plan B. What else can I do? So I decide I'm just going to record. Now, I got some video footage that I'm going to show y'all that I had when I was up close and next to him. And then we're going to get into my spiritual meeting with him because all of this happened around the same time. But before we get to that, first of all, I need y'all to like the video. That's the first thing I need y'all to do. And secondly, hold on. And then secondly, I need y'all to subscribe to the channel. But let's get into the video where you're going to see Vu. Girl, yes, Vu. And this is the proof. This is just only the proof to y'all. Listen, I get on here and I jokes with y'all. Don't get me wrong. I jokes bad sometimes. But I never got on here and intentionally lied to y'all. If I lied to y'all, I didn't even know I was lying. But I've never gotten on this internet and intentionally lied to y'all. So here's proof. Now, mind you, I went to a dinner. First of all, this is me right here. And we're going to come back to this video. We're going to come back to this video because this is Kentrell and this is the security guard. Now, do you see? Put a 3 in the chat. I know it's a hard thing to see. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I'm trying to show y'all something. Because it ain't about me meeting NBA Youngboy. It's about my future meeting with Kentrell. Because that is going to happen. Listen. No, I'm not fanned out, Boo. I'm not a fan. I don't know nothing about this little boy. I'm about to tell y'all something. I'm about to show y'all something. I'm about to whip this in all the way back to full gear. Okay? Now, mind you, I just went upstairs. I still got on my dress from the dinner. All I did was go upstairs, take off the heels, put on some slippers and a jacket, because I'm about to go where the smokers be, girl. I'm about to go frolic with the bottom of the people, girl. So you feel what I'm saying? Girl, I was with the ISL. I was in the entourage. I was right there. So first of all, let's put this in a slow motion because, you know, I want to show y'all something. And again, I'm not showing y'all this to be fanned out. I'm showing y'all this because when I tell y'all the spiritual story, you're going to understand why this is important. So now I spotted him first. And when I spotted him, I told you, I said, that's not no YNs. That's NBA Youngboy. And when I said that, the girl said, that's NBA Youngboy. And somebody said, YB? And the church started going crazy. This before you saw the big crowd. So then, boom. So we walking, and I decided I'm going to just go ahead on and get a video because I can't get my daughter to answer the phone. Yes, Tuli, I was protected by the YNs, and we're going to get into that protection too. Look, so let's take a look of Vu taking a walk through New Orleans with Kentrell. Let's get into it. Now, by this time, now mind you, by the time I saw him, we had been mid-block all the way back here. By this time, the security was trying to knock people, like to kind of get people out of the way. But he was doing that because they didn't want a lot of people to trample over him. But I'm going to get into that too. It's crazy, y'all. Like the video. So that's me. That's me. This is I'm only showing you this for proof when I give you the spiritual story. All right. Now let's get into the mayhem of all the stuff that was going on with NBA. Is that Youngboy? NBA Youngboy. Y'all like the video. Subscribe to the channel.
Hold up, y'all.
They got Youngboy outside, nigga. No cap. We got Youngboy outside in that bitch, nigga.
And yes, I was in the middle of all of this. And I have such a story to tell you guys. I was in the middle of all of this. Me, little bitty Vu, 5'4" 3/4, with some flip-flops and a cocktail gown on. I'm in the middle of the mayhem with the churn girl, trying to keep up, girl. It was the time of my life. I ain't gonna lie, I had fun. I had fun. I didn't know why I had so much fun. I just had fun. Them churn was fun. Look. So y'all saw that, and I want to show y'all some more footage of that weekend because there was a lot of footage of him. He decided to just get out the car and just go walk. Like he literally was like, I'm just gonna get out the car and go walk. Look, and this is outside of I didn't know he was at the Smoothie King. That makes sense though. But he sold out the Smoothie King arena. That's where the Pelicans play. He sold that out 2 nights in a row.
Yo! I told you he was gonna walk.
A sea of green took over the streets outside the Smoothie King Center Sunday for the NBA Youngboy concert.
I'm feeling good. I'm happy.
But the Baton Rouge Natives tour brought out more blue too.
I feel like that's good because New Orleans is
It's
Rocky.
very crazy. I feel like it's needed. I feel like it's very necessary.
Yeah.
Friday, the NOPD said they'd be ramping up security for the concert, and the Smoothie King Center implemented a no-bag policy for the event. According to NOPD, over 400 officers, drones, and additional resources are being activated Sunday and Monday for the tour.
So for everyone who thinks it's insane that New Orleans pulled out 400 extra cops a night for the NBA Youngboy show, I guess it's not really, considering he went out on Bourbon Street by himself. And the real issue isn't just somebody this big who could sell out Smoothie King multiple nights in a row going out by themselves, but is the whole history of NBA Youngboy and 4KT in Baton Rouge and being that close to New Orleans. There was a lot of talk online about them trying to squash the beef tonight and maybe even bringing out Fredo Bang on stage with NBA Youngboy. Obviously, that didn't happen tonight, but a lot of people, I think, might have been expecting more out of this beef in New Orleans tonight. So while coming out on Bourbon Street alone was kind of a boss fucking move, I think it wholly justified the conversation about this show beforehand.
All right. Shout out to Kentrell. Shout out to Kentrell. I got to meet him differently, and we're going to get into it. But shout out to Kentrell. So he really was just outside. Look at this tour, bro. Look at this concert. And again, I don't know not a song this little boy sing, but after meeting him, I had the opportunity to go down the NBA Youngboy rabbit hole last night, and I learned a lot. And I know it's just one rabbit hole, but I learned a lot. Look at this tour, bro. You can see NBA Youngboy tore the city down. Now, if you are a fan of NBA Youngboy, no matter the age, then you understand it. But for those of you who are like me, we don't understand it. Or at least I didn't understand it until Sunday night. Now, NBA Youngboy did his thing, and I told you it caused me to go down a rabbit hole, right? Now, I went down this rabbit hole because I'm like, at first, I'm not going to hold you. At first, I just completely dismissed this little boy. I was like the rest of the parents, he's demonic. I don't care nothing about him. I hated the fact that my daughter even listened to him. But then I had to think about it. My daughter is very intelligent. She's very smart, and it doesn't affect her day to day. But then I also thought about, well, what about the kids whose day to day it does affect? So I had my own feelings about this young man. And I think this is why the Most High had made this happen for me. Or made this happen to me. Because remember, I told y'all when I first got here to New Orleans, I had no clue that little boy concert was there. I swear to God, I had no clue. I didn't know that little boy concert was that weekend until the lady said I had to wait an extra hour for a rental car because they were all rented out for the concert. Okay, now that happens. Fast forward, the weekend goes off without a hitch. I'm out here partaking in herbal essences, and I see NBA Youngboy, which causes a stir amongst everybody. Mind you, it's Monday night, and it's NBA Youngboy's birthday. I don't know none of this. I'm just an old-ass woman outside there. I shouldn't have been out there. It wasn't nothing but churn down there. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, so look. So before I get to the spiritual story, I went down this rabbit hole of this young man, and I started to see a different side of him, right? And I watched him. Because listen, I told y'all this, I'm a people watcher. I analyze people. I can't help it. I don't even be trying. And I don't do it in no messy way. I ain't the type of person, I know people like that. Look somebody up and down. Ooh, look at her hair. Look at her clothes. Look at her body. I don't do that. But I have a thing that my brain automatically analyzes behaviors. It just automatically analyzes behaviors, okay? I can't help it. So anyway, because of that, him being in my presence, I was able to sit and watch and pay attention and be in the energy. And we're going to get into it. But I went down this rabbit hole. And one thing that I surmised from my brief interaction or my brief walking or my brief even being in this man's energy was the fact that he's very, very misunderstood. And a lot of people my age and older is not going to hear this and not going to want to hear it. And honestly, I'm not even talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people who have ears to listen. If you've already got your mind made up about what you know and there's nothing you can be taught anymore, there's nothing nobody can say to change your mind, I am not talking to you. Keep your opinions to you, or you can give them in the chat. That's fine. But please do not try to sway others in their own opinions. Okay? Now, with that being said, in being in this young man's energy, I realized that he is completely misunderstood. I was able to be in this young man's energy and read him. I felt his energy. And it wasn't just for the little split second y'all saw on the video. That's just what I caught on video. What I'm telling you is I walked with this boy damn near a block. Okay? Before we got to that, he and I locked eyes. I don't want to say locked eyes per se, but he saw me. That's what made me see him. Put a 3 in the chat if this has ever happened to you. Have you ever been somewhere and you could feel somebody looking at you and it make you look at them, but by the time you look up at them, they didn't realize that you see them looking at you, so then they look off? Put a 3 in the chat if that ever happened to you. Because that's exactly what happened to me. Now, mind you, I'm outside in a race car sheen jacket and a cocktail dress. I'm not fine. I'm not bad. Bitch, I'm cold. I look a mess. So why this young man would even look my way? I know why. Because my energy was vibrating at a high level. Because I've been grounding. I've been praying. I've been meditating. I already know I'm not chasing our track. So I know why he looked my way. But that's neither here nor there. So he saw me. That's what made me see him. So right then and there, I'm already in tune with his energy. Before he even got close to me, I already felt his energy before my 2 eyes even laid eyes on him. Pause. Now let's move on. So fast forward. So now, in the midst of us walking, mind you, I said something and I told you about 10 or 12 kids or something like that. They heard me say that's NBA Youngboy. So now a few kids are over there and they all by him. One thing I noticed, this young man, he allows the people, the kids, to hug him. He wants that. When he get out his car and he go walk amongst the people, he is not doing that for clout. And he ain't doing that to go viral. He's doing that because he needs it. He survives off the energy of his fans. If it were not for music and or those fans, he would be dead. See, Kentrell has never experienced any love in his life, not from his mama, not from none of his baby mamas, not from a friend, not from nobody in the family, even from the one person, whoever that may be, who he believed loved him. He still can't really bring himself to believe that that was real love because he doesn't know what that feels like. The only time he gets that is through the music and through the fans. And let me say this too, because I'm glad you brought this up, because somebody said something that said this too. It always seemed like he said, that boy ain't sad. Ain't nothing sad about that boy. I felt his energy. He blank. There's a difference. Hear me out. Because prior to this weekend, when I seen him taking pictures with the people, I said, he poor thing, he just sad and miserable. But it wasn't until I was in his energy, that young man ain't sad. He might be sad given the situation that he's in, but his energy wasn't that of a person that's sad. He's blank. It's like a blank canvas. There's nothing there. So when there's nothing there, there's nothing for him to give you. That's why to the average person who understands emotions and who knows what love feels like, it looks to us as if he's sad. When the fact is he's not sad or happy. He's blank. It's like somebody It's like he was created, born, and never reared in the mind. He's just blank. And it's not in a negative demon way. It's in the way of you can't miss what you never had type of shit. I hope that makes sense. Not soulless, because soulless would imply that he has no inner self. Not soulless. He definitely has a soul. He definitely has a soul. He definitely has a soul. He's blank. But he's blank because he does not have a concept of love. Now, why is this important? Do you want to know why our children love him so much? It's because rather we want to accept it in our minds and rather we want to believe it or not, is our children feel the exact same freaking way. This is why when Youngboy go to concerts, them kids will break their necks to be there. This is why when he get outside, he let them hug him, touch him. They relate. He their mouthpiece. And rather you want to believe it or not, rather you think you're the best parent in the world, your child identify with him because he speak to him or her. And you might say, but voodoo, that don't make no sense. I bust my ass. My child got everything they want. That wouldn't make no sense. That's what you think. And let me say this to the adults who condemning these children for going act crazy behind this man. Get me up here. Let me say this to the adults, this to my generation. To all you motherfuckers with your fingers pointed, remember, when you point one finger, it's 4 pointed back at you. For all y'all getting on here trying to drag these children for going to a concert, I'll double dog dare you bitches to fix your baby teeth when y'all hoes went bought every cowboy hat off the fucking show to go do boots on the ground with Beyonce, bitch. And that hoe ain't had a hit since a hit had her. Don't start me in here. Do not start me up in here. You bitches went and bedazzled every pair of cowboy boots and cowboy hats. You bitches spent your mortgage, your car notes. You bitches spent your insurance, your churn tuition. You bitches did not eat. You bitches did not eat. I watched you. I was there. You didn't eat to go bedazzle up your cowboy hat to go listen to songs that you don't even know the words for. Shut up. Shut up. At least these are children. I could give them a pass. They got undeveloped brains. It's a lot of you 40, 50-year-old bitches I'm still trying to figure out. And I don't mean, but if you caught it straight, my bad. That wasn't my intention. What I'm saying is every single comment section I went under, it's a whole bunch of grown-ass adults being willfully ignorant, and I'm tired of it. Because you bitches are the reason why these children like this. Let's be real. We are the reason why we have the children we have. We are the reason why we have the children we have. And until we figure that part out, we're going to continue to have the children we have. So don't get on here and say he's demonic, because bitch, Beyonce been throwing up the double horns and Jay-Z been putting the diamond in front of you niggas' faces for 30, 40 fucking years, and you bitches still hollering, hold up, hold up. Shut your duck ass up and leave them fucking churn on, let them enjoy themselves. Let them churn, enjoy themselves. At least they 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19 years old. What's your excuse? 45, 50, 55, 60. What's your excuse? Leave them children alone. Leave them kids alone. Didn't you wonder why you can't connect to the kids? Niggas just want to feel like they know every fucking thing and you don't. And this is why your children don't talk to you. That's why they don't connect to you. You act like you can't talk to them. And that's why they don't want to talk to you. What we need to be doing is trying to figure out what this nigga talking about, what song my daughter like or my son like so much, because, man, I might need to check into that. Instead of us doing that, we just gonna, oh, he just a demon. And I did it too. So I'm not saying this to be pointing no fingers, because I was saying the same shit too prior to this weekend. if we're going to be completely honest, all of this shit is demonic. Beyonce is demonic. Kentrell and NBA Youngboy is demonic. All of this music is demonic. All of your faves, if they're in any form of sports and or entertainment, dibble and dabble in demonic spirits. So don't get on here on your high horse. Yes, even the gospel community. Please don't get on here on your high horse and try to drag these children. Because again, at least I can give them the fact that these are children. What's your grown ass excuse? You bitches is going without to go to these whole concerts. You bitches are unhealed children that need to work on you. And if it hit you, it's for you. If it hit you, it's for you. Leave the kids alone. Matter of fact, start digging in to figure out what's going on with the kids. That's the problem. Now, like I told y'all, being in his energy, he's not lost. He's not soulless. He's just blank. It's almost like having a baby and putting it in an incubator and letting the incubator raise it. You're not going to get emotion from something that you never poured into. You're not going to get something out of nothing you are. You're not going to get something out of something you don't pour into. It's like planting flowers. I have a garden. I have 4 gardens in front of my house. I can put that shit in the ground all day, but if I don't water it, if I don't feed it, and I don't get out there and talk to these flowers, they're not going to bloom and they're not going to grow. That's what Youngboy is. That's what Youngboy is. Youngboy is like a baby that they put in the incubator. He can't give you what he ain't never had. He don't know what love look like. He ain't never seen it. Compassion is what I ask. Compassion. You know? Anyway, I noticed that he would tell his security guard to leave him be, to allow these kids to come run up on him and hug him and feel on him. And I'm telling you, it's not because he needed the clout. He survives off of the energy of these children. And he walk amongst them without a fear in his heart because nobody want to lay hands on him. Rather we want to believe it or not, this is they Tupac. This they modern day Black Jesus Christ. Yes, they love this nigga the way y'all love white Jesus. We can't point no fingers, man. We all have issues. We all worshiping and praising something or somebody we shouldn't be no way. That boy just, he a blank canvas and he survives and thrives off of the energy of the people. If it were not for him getting out these cars and having these people rub on him and touch on him, he wouldn't survive. The human brain can't survive like that. He is more dependent on the fans than they would ever know. And I saw in one of these videos he did, listen, if you can, I know a lot of people can't, but if you can look past the exterior and really look into what's going on in these situations with this young man, you can see that this young man just need a hug and help and real fucking love. Let's get into it. He need that energy, man. The power, yeah, it's definite. It's exactly that Michael Jackson energy. The way Michael Jackson had white folks fanning out, this is the way he got his own people fanning out. We didn't even fan out over Michael Jackson like them kids fan out over him. The reason I call him our Tupac, he bigger than Tupac if you ask me. Not because of his music, because I don't know not one song this little boy made, but because of his impact. Youngboy have the power in one finger than most people in this world. Youngboy could literally Youngboy could go on his platform right now and turn this world upside down with one word, if he chooses to. If he so chooses to. That's how much power this young man wields, just by his presence. These children love this boy. You know why they love him? Because he's saying stuff that they can't articulate to your ass. It's almost like I have a friend to talk to. And I picked that up. I watched how them girls, how they hugged on him, and how he literally it's almost like he fell back into it and embraced it. He needed that. He needed that. He needed that to thrive. He needed that to thrive. And I'm telling you now, I was in his energy. It's real. It's real. And I seen a lot. And I noticed a lot that was going on. I know the police was upset because they was like, who allowed him to come out here without an escort? He didn't need the escort. He had the fruit of Islam. That's better than them whack-ass, old-ass, fat-ass police on the police department. He didn't need them. He didn't need nothing from the police department. He didn't need nothing from that damn police department. Y'all couldn't do nothing. Y'all all in contrary anyway. Look at him stopping these children from fighting in the audience. Hold on. They had kids fighting in the audience.
Hey, check this out. Hey, show that. Hey, stop that. Hey, stop that right here. Hey, stop it. I'm saying, what the fuck wrong with y'all? I ain't actually happy with y'all. I ain't happy about it. This ain't that type of show. You too pretty for that. We ain't gonna do that. Hey, you do it again, you don't get your face broke in this bitch anymore. Do it one more time. I saw you. And we gon' try it again. Say, sorry, man, I ain't gotta fight, man. Hey, I'm doing the moment, boy, I'm telling you. Hey, come on, turn me on, go to the next song, I do.
I realized, bro, it ain't for me to understand his connection. No, I understand his connection, but I understood that it wasn't for me to necessarily understand his connection to the kids. It's necessarily for us to understand why our kids are connected to him. You know what I mean? Again, I've never listened to none of this young man's music. I don't know nothing about him, but I'm able to separate Youngboy from Kentrell. And what I'm telling you is Kentrell is not a bad kid. Youngboy is a character that was put out here to control these kids. And if he's in this industry, then you got to know that he's doing the devil's work. All of them are. Every single one of them, even your faves. If you get into the industry, you are doing the devil's work. This is all about control. That's what this is all about. But at least Kentrell has had some sort of conviction. At least he's been able to say, man, I done looked up and realized my music done tore these kids down, and I vowed to try to not make that music no more. At least the God in him still is there. A soulless person would have never said that. A soulless person would have never came on here and said, I feel bad about the music that I put out to my people. A person with no soul, a clone, would have never been able to express that type of feeling or emotion. See, now you're getting into the difference between a soul and a spirit. You get it? He not no clone. I was with him. I'm telling you, I felt the nigga energy. That's a person. He just a blank canvas. He lost. You can't try to squeeze blood from a turnip. He just lost. And it was put on my mind that we will be having a meeting. I will be meeting Kentrell at some point. Not on no fan shit like y'all. But no, not on no fan shit, but for real, because I have a mission that God put on my heart. So this is what I surmised. Remember I told y'all I came to New Orleans I came to New Orleans and I told you I found out it was the concert because they told me I had to wait in line for a doggone rental car for over an hour. That pissed me off. I almost said F the car. And then 2 days later or 2 nights later, who walks up beside me but nobody than Youngboy? Me and Youngboy walked damn near a block. We didn't say nothing to each other, but the whole time I'm reading his energy. I'm feeling him. It's oozing off of me. It's literally oozing off of me. Me and this boy was damn near shoulder to shoulder. And let me show you this part too. Let me show you how crazy energy is. Look at this. And this is a true story. The Most High can take me out if I'm lying. Do you see this man right here? Now, mind you, this me. By the time we get to the corner, the security guard, because the more kids, let me show y'all so y'all can see. Let me show y'all so y'all can see. By the time we get to the corner, the kids are starting to notice that it's him, right? So now you're seeing more kids starting to crowd around him, right? But prior to that, me and Kentrell damn near walk shoulder to shoulder. And I'm not calling him young boy because I don't know him like that. And like I said, my energy came off as a kid, as a baby. Long story short, prior to the kids really starting realizing who he was, the security let me walk with him. And we just walked. We didn't say nothing to each other. However, once the kids started crowding, the security started moving people out the way. Obviously so, because they started mobbing him, right? Now, once they started moving him out of the way or moving people out of the way, that big old white dude, he was like pushing the fuck out people like boom, 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 like bowing niggas. Now, mind you, he coming in between me and Kentrell, and he bowing niggas. And I'm saying to myself, ooh, I'm bracing myself for the bow. Because I'm seeing him bow these niggas out behind me. And you know how you could just tell, bitch, you next? But mind you, I'm all amongst these children. My reactions ain't fast enough, so I already know the bow is coming. I could feel it. It's almost like I braced myself and was like, when I tell you, this how I know my energy vibrated at a high fucking level. When that man bowed all them people, that man got to me to bow me, and he touched me and he stopped himself and jacked back. And I swear to God, we walked across that street, and when we walked across the street, NBA Youngboy turned the corner, some people mobbed him right there, and that man did not touch me after that. And he almost was about to knock the Mario coins off my shoulders. I'm not even being bullshitting to you. I'm not lying to you, and I'm not over-exaggerating to you. That man was about to knock the Mario coins off my shoulders. That's a big old white boy. But when he got to me, my energy must have been permeating at such a high level that man went to bow me and he touched me, but he hurry up and jack back. That shit scared me. And we continued to walk. As you can see here in the video. Let me see if I can slow it down a little bit so you can see. As you can see here in the video. But I was able to get into this young man's energy simply, like I said, by just walking next to him. He didn't say nothing to me. I didn't say nothing to him. Now, it was easy for me to do this because I don't have anything to go off of. I'm not a fan of nothing. I don't know. All I know about this little boy is my child says she loves him and she want to marry him. That's all I know about this child, and them children go crazy, and they say he demonic and Illuminati. That's all I knew about this child prior to this meeting. And I'm not calling him a child to be disrespectful. I'm calling him a child because that's the energy I got when I was walking next to this young man. I'm saying all that to say the epiphany, if that's what you want to call it, came to me. And I was there for a reason. I had to be there at that moment, at that time. Cindy said, you sound like a starstruck fan, honestly. Perfect. I'm not trying to convince you otherwise, my love. See, this is the great part about healing. What you think about me does not matter. And I pray that you go through that level of healing as well, because that level of freedom is unmatched. You could not imagine the amount of stress that is taken off of your shoulders when you truly and divinely give no fucks about what a bitch, a nigga bitch, a bitch nigga, or a bitch ass nigga gotta say. Does that make sense? Either way, it don't matter. But I'm saying all this to say, look, she been sprinkling salt in the chat for a minute. Y'all know I would put up on a Summer Jam screen, but I ain't got time. I'm trying to tell y'all the story. I'm trying to show y'all something. Listen, I ain't got time. I was placed there on purpose for a reason. And it's not on no fan stuff. It's really on some stuff that the message that I received or the epiphany that I got is that this is the prequel to a meeting that is going to happen later. And I don't know if it's going to be just me and him or if it's going to be proxy. I don't know how it's going to happen, but a meeting will happen with Kentrell and myself later. And it's not going to be on no fan stuff because like I said, I don't know one song that the little boy got. However, I do know that he can bridge the gap between generations. And that's part of the major problem between us. It's a bunch of 40, get me up here, 40, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. All the and plus old ass women and men who walking around as unhealed fucking children. And y'all procreating and making more unhealed children. And a lot of y'all know y'all unhealed, but y'all so scared to face your shadow that you rather just walk around in your comfort of ignorance and be unhealed. And then y'all the same unhealed motherfuckers to have the babies, bring the babies out here, spoil them and make them no good for the world, or don't do nothing and neglect them and have them be YNs and kill everybody in the fucking streets. And then you gonna get on the internet on your high horse. This would be bothering me with my generation. You gonna get on your internet on your high horse. Mind you, we the same generation who dragged and cried and begged and pleaded for our parents to listen to us. We gonna get on our high horse and get on this same internet and say, I don't care. Oh, I don't want to hear all that. Oh, and be the same way and then turn around and wonder why we get the same results. But again, it ain't for everybody. You wondering why you don't have no connection to the youth. You wonder why they don't want nothing to do with you niggas. I understand. As a matter of fact, I'm more on the kid side. I never thought I'd say it. I'm actually more on the kid side in this situation because my people are so fucking ignorant. It's ridiculous. We won't even sit and stop to say, how can we help? How can I help me and my children? Fuck what Voodoo talking about. Fuck this. Fuck that. My son like this little nigga. Let me hear what she talking about. You won't even stop to say that because you're so perfect on the internet. Everything's so perfect. Everything's so great. My churn, not me and mine, not me and mine. Yeah, bitch, you and yours. Yeah, you and yours. It's the ignorance for me, but you got to know this. You reap what you sow. What you put out in the universe will come back. That ignorant shit. And I told y'all, these new kids is not like our parents. They're going to leave. They're going to drop your ugly ass off at the old folks shelter and leave you there. We didn't breed the churn that our parents bred. We did not breed the children that our parents bred. See, you think you're going to be able to do what your mama did to you and still get the love that you give to your mama from your kids. And that's where you fucked up. See, your kids, if they care enough to drop your ass off at the old folks' home, they're going to drop you off and they're going to leave your ass. Stop that. Stop. We have to stop it. This is why the enemy got a hold of our kids now. Right now. Because we so busy not healing ourselves, wanting to live vicariously through our kids. That's why we giving them all these hella big crimes, buying them all these cars, buying them shit that they don't deserve and don't need. Because all we want to do is recreate our childhood, all the shit we didn't have when we was younger, instead of going back and healing it and fixing it. And the ones of us who think we healing it through money, not realizing we just throwing more money at the problem, creating more monsters. I ain't never listened to a word this young man said. What I'm telling you is he is the bridge between us and that generation. If we want to survive as a people, we have to connect generationally. We have to bridge those gaps. For those of you who are just so ignorant to where you don't give a fuck about nothing I'm saying and you don't care nothing about the kids, that's cool. All I ask is that you stay way over there. Way over there. Way over there, because you are a distraction and a problem to the cause. I need you so far over there that you don't come nowhere around me. You gotta have an open mind, but again, 2/3 ain't gonna make it. I'm saying all that to say this. It's not about NBA Youngboy. I had a meeting with him spiritually. I even went and meditated and prayed on that after that. And I got my confirmation for what's going on for me. It ain't for nobody to believe. I'm just going here telling you what's going on. Okay? It ain't for you to believe. I'm just giving you what would happen. I'm telling you what happened because it was put on me to tell it to you. Now, with that being said, first of all, this is another thing. Shout out to the parents who went to the show with their kids. I thought that was wonderful. Shout out to the parents. They had parents in there with their 13, 14, 15 years old. Shout out to the fucking parents, bro. I'm talking about, it was one lady, ain't no a word, ain't no shit. She was standing there with her arms folded, saying, I can't wait to this goddamn concert. Shout out to the parents. Those are the ones who, even if they don't care about what their children doing, they damn sure care enough to make sure they in the mix with them. Shout out to the parents. At least the ones who cared enough to go. But with that being said, y'all, I'm saying all that to say, I'm giving you the confirmation if nobody ain't never gave it to you. And you ain't gonna need no more confirmation after this. This is the confirmation. Youngboy ain't no plant. Well, no, I ain't gonna say that. Let me back that up. Youngboy is not a clone. He has a soul. He is a person. He has an energy. His energy permeates. His energy literally is codependent on the energy of other children. Your children and my children. And that should cause concern and for you to raise your antennas to know, okay, well, what's going on? Because he's requiring the energy of your children, not just mine, yours too. I have a 22-year-old who loves this little nigga. Yeah, I need to know what the hell going on. And she 22. She grown. She can tell me, mama, kick rocks. I don't have to tell you nothing. She don't have to tell me nothing. I'm talking especially of those of us with the teenagers. We have to bridge that gap. I'm telling you now, the confirmation is he has a soul. He's just a blank canvas. He's never received love from anybody or nobody. The only place he gets love is through his music and on that stage and in that audience. He walks amongst the people because he's free, because he knows that nobody's going to lay a hand on him. Maybe some of his ops, but the people, they would never touch him. As a matter of fact, them kids have put their life in danger for him. Your kids will literally risk their life for him, and you need to ask yourself why. Or you need to be trying to figure out what kind of energy this little boy got to where he got my kids wanting to do all of this. And for those of us who want to act like we don't understand it, we all felt like, I ain't gonna say this bad, but we all had somewhat of a feeling like this with Pop. You don't have to listen to his music because I don't plan on listening to none of it. I just can't. The beat. It's too Baton Rouge. I don't like that Baton Rouge country shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really into that. However, so I don't plan on listening to none of the little boy music. Plus, I don't want it to taint the way that I feel about it. I don't want it to taint the experience that I already had with him. Okay? But I'm saying all that to say, I was able to see Kentrell. I was able to experience Kentrell's energy. I didn't experience Youngboy's energy. I was able to sit and walk amongst Kentrell's energy. And Kentrell is just a blank canvas looking for love. Kentrell, the reason he making all them churn and have all them women and all that stuff, money and none of that stuff mean nothing to him. That boy don't have no purpose on life except finding that love through his music. Period. Point blank. And that was my meeting with NBA Youngboy. And yes, I was outside amongst the kids, girl. It was scary, girl. I was tired and I was scared, girl. But I was out there. And with that being said, y'all, I'm about to get up off here. Shout out to everybody in the building, y'all. We had 2.5 hours. I will be coming back in a couple of hours to Joe's Rockhead at the Dollhouse. Make sure y'all pull up at the Dollhouse. Krishan X Bino, Trap Boy Bino, came out and exposed or basically confirmed everything we had already said. Remember, we were talking about all the neglect and all the things that was happening to Junior? Well, she done came out and tried to drag him, and he has been dragging her for Phil ever since. We gonna get into this, and make sure y'all pull up at the Dollhouse at probably about 6 o'clock. Shansia, thank you for the super chat, says, just a thought, isn't there a 27 club, and ain't it been 27 years, and that's been the hype around their reunion? Yes, there is a 27 club, but wait, who are you talking about hype around their reunion? Hype around their reunion. Oh, you talking about Brandy and Monica? Oh, now you might have unlocked a new level, girl. I ain't think about that. You might have unlocked a new level, girl. Now you got me. You got my wheels turning. Thank you for the super chat. Outside the box, thank you for the super chat. Says, I see you, and I see you, boo. Now, with that being said, y'all, let me get off here. I'm about to heat me up some chili. I want to make me some good pulled pork chili. Yeah, I want to do something crazy like that. But with that being said, y'all, listen, before I get off of here, I just want to say this to y'all. Please, 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 please. I know I be going off, but I think I get upset because I be trying to help people. And I think people just, but if you can, I'm learning this, and this is from me. Because like I said, prior to Sunday night, I had the same feelings about this little boy that you had. As a matter of fact, I done talked about it on this channel. But being in this energy, man, I'm telling you, it's different. It's not what it is. And we can turn this thing around with our children. But we have to be open-minded, and we got to be willing to do the work. With that being said, y'all, I love y'all so much. And y'all make sure y'all take care of each other. 6 o'clock, meet me at the Dollhouse for Rockhead and this special with Junior. And I'll see y'all later. Love y'all down to the ground. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go! It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, mix it for your boy. Drop it for your, wah 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 wah. Lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo dog time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.